Say hey, everyone. Welcome into Say Hey Plays, and welcome into a very special edition of Say Hey Plays. It is Say Hey 100. I'm going to hit this a lot today. Say Hey 100 officially begins now. A wild ride to 100. We've taken some journeys. Thankfully, none of those journeys have gone into the negative units this year. That is my claim to fame right now. Not one day spent in the black. Every day been up units this year on the baseball season. Yesterday was great, and it was just pretty much some of the same there. We cashed first 5 full game Kansas City Royals. We keep fading those minus 300s, and it keeps on cashing. It's very fun to watch those games happen. They're always seemingly close. And it's just a great time cashing. You know, I did go back and look through my notes to see, or I guess my record, my spreadsheet to see how the record was now. Because a couple days ago it was 6-7, up 8.3 units. And by the way, I was wrong on my tweet. I thought I hit 3 straight. I completely forgot about the Reds blowing that, or it wasn't a blow job. I guess it was a 7-6 win for the Yankees. But we're up 7-8 this year against them. Up 10.20 units, fading minus 300 this year. And it's going to keep on happening. We're going to keep on fading it, and it's going to be a fun time doing it. I cannot wait. And there's going to be a lot of fun stuff happening on today's show. Like I mentioned in the tweet, if you follow me on Twitter, at Jose Bouquett, you would have seen the whole list of cappers and a full list. And it's going to be a good one here. So without further ado, let's start bringing on these list of cappers, these kings of baseball in their own rights. And let's bring on our first guest here. Each guest is going to break down 2 games with us. We'll have maybe 1 or 2 per game, per show, or per set of games. And it'll be fun. If they've got any other plays, I'll definitely ask them to shout them out there. But we'll be breaking down 2 games at a time with each of our guests. And the first one, well, I mean, Philadelphia Phillies first on the card. Where else are we going? We're going to Philadelphia. And he's a Pub Sports Radio original, so of course, he's got to start it off. Original number 1. It only makes sense. That this man joins me. Shout out to my guy right now joining us on the show, Donnie Rightside. Donnie, welcome to Say Hey 100. How are you doing?
What a way to start a weekend off here, Jose. Talk some Major League Baseball in the leadoff position with the Phillies with the first game of the day here leading off. I love it. Can't wait.
Of course. I could see your leadoff game looking really nice, Donnie. I could picture it in my head really, really vividly. Maybe a little Jimmy Rollins action out there. I don't know. The top
Chase Utley, sure.
Yeah. Sure. Even though he might have been the dirtiest player in all of baseball history, if you remember that slide out to him.
Mets.
Shout out to him. Shout out to the Mets. All right, Donnie. So let's get right into it. We've got a whole list of games to go through. At least I do. You've got 2 with me. And I'm confident that you'll give us the best insights here because, like I said, these are your hometown Phillies here against Miami Marlins and Sandy Alcantara, who's running away with the National League Cy Young Award right now. And running away with it. And his team's success might not have anything to do with it. You know, they always seemingly don't hit for him. But I would love to hear your take on this game here, Donnie. You know, Sandy, like I said, domination. No one runs in his last 2 starts. Kyle Gibson bounces back from a shaky start against the Cardinals. He goes against them at home, sucks, 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and then goes to Busch Stadium, 7 shutout innings there. What do you have on this game?
Screams under for me. It actually does. Under is actually juiced here. If you just take a look at the FanDuel Sportsbook, a minus 128 price. But I also thought about this myself. The Philadelphia Phillies right now, Jose, I mean, leaking oil. You want to take a look at a team that sort of said, okay, Bryce Harper was injured, actually had a good start to that St. Louis series, lost the final 2 games, embarrassed themselves up in Canada. He said, well, what were they supposed to do? They had a couple guys out, starters on the COVID list. Well, I don't know. How about the Kansas City Royals with basically half their team out getting a W against those Toronto Blue Jays? So now the Phillies go, okay, let's right this ship before the deadline here, the All-Star break coming up here after Sunday. He faced this, the Cy Young Award winning, or should I say leader in the clubhouse, Sandy Alcantara here. And it doesn't look good for the Phillies. Season long, last 30 days, Alcantara has been absolutely sensational. But I said to myself, do I want to lay that minus 178, minus 180 price here with the Marlins? Not necessarily, because you're right. Gibson has had the ability to have some good starts. This is a pitcher's ballpark to the max. 2 offenses that are quite frankly struggling. And if the Marlins get 3 or 4 runs, that would be amazing. This screams to me, Jose, 3-1, 3-2 type game. I'm going to go under the 7, even though it's juiced at a -128. I think that's the best play and the best way to act on this game between the Marlins and the Phillies today.
Donnie liking the under 7. Yeah. I can tell you both these offenses, especially in this month, sub 20 against righties. 20th are the Phillies right now, 83 weighted runs created plus, while the Miami Marlins at 26, 78 weighted runs created plus. So you're right. I'm not taking an over with both these pitchers. I'll start right there. Donnie, do you have any opinion on the first 5? 3.5, obviously a low number, but you like the under full game. Might as well like first 5 too.
Exactly. Like if I get these two pitchers going head to head, 2-1, you don't even get the victory in that when it would be an under victory for you. If I'm looking under for the full game, I'm certainly looking under for the first 5. I see both of those pitchers holding it down. And again, it's an ultimate pitcher's ballpark with two guys that can keep the ball on the ground here. And I like it.
I cannot blame you there. I've got 4 plays official so far. We'll talk about them as they come up. Obviously, everyone knows what 2 of them are, but we've got 2 more. I'm passing on this game. I think it's Phillies or pass for me, just a sidewise, just because obviously the price and everything factors into that. But I think I'm definitely would lean the Phillies here, and Sandy's just tough to go against in any circumstance.
Yes.
So and under, but otherwise pass for me here. So I like your look there, Donnie. So appreciate it. We'll move on to this next game here, the second of our 2-man slate here with Donnie right side. Atlanta Braves versus the Nationals and Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin, who has found some life recently. I faded him the last 2 times out. I remember very clearly losing when he was on the Marlins. He pitches 7, 8 hits, 1 earned run there. Pretty shocking start. He backed it up at Atlanta with a 6-inning, 4 earned run performance, which truthfully is a pretty good start for the circumstances going to the Braves. Patrick Corbin, all that good stuff. Ian Anderson also is a guy that I think he could be one of the best pitchers in baseball. Like, I think he's got all the potential in the world, but it feels like every time you bet on him or you trust him enough, he goes on these runs. He'll have one start where it's like 5 walks in 3 innings, and then he'll blow it all up for you. So a -175, 174 around there is a pretty tough price to bet on. Yeah. If you're betting on the Braves here, I think you're betting on their offense getting to Corbin more than Ian Anderson holding them down for that long. So I had nothing on this game so far. Donnie, what about you?
Oh, the Braves game here. If we're taking a look at this game overall for myself, Atlanta and Washington, Ian Anderson, here's the problem I have if we're trying to line this game up side by side. Anderson's got a decent xFIP on the season, right around that 4.5 range. Not great, not terrible. But the issue I have here, I just wish the Washington Nationals here, Jose, actually had a better lineup here from the right-handed perspective. If we look at the starters tonight, Garcia, Bell, Soto, Ruiz, Hernandez back-to-back here. 6 left-handed batters. Now, why is that important here? Usually, you would like that against a right-handed pitcher in Ian Anderson. But the fact of the matter is, even over the last 30 days, 54 batters he's faced from the left-hand side, he's been great. 269 weighted on base percentage, ISO power number of 022. Right-handed batters getting the best of Ian Anderson, but I only got 3 of those in the lineup tonight here. Now, if we take a look opposite side, just looking at a 30-day snapshot here between the Braves and the Washington Nationals, Corbin's on the mound. He hasn't been great, but actually right-handed batters have been getting the best of him at 382 weighted on base percentage. But from an Atlanta Braves perspective, Swanson, Olsen, Riley, and Duvall, who win the lineup tonight, have had exceptional numbers over the past 30 days against lefties. But the rest of that lineup, Acuna, Ozuna, Contreras, Arce, and Harris, a lot left to be desired here. I got to tell you, I love overs, like the under in the first game here, and I like the under again here in the Nationals game.
Wow, well, our man Eric Jones also leaning towards the under as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. Donnie, not expecting 2 unders from you.
I don't like unders. Yeah, what is this? I don't like this.
Well, this is uncharted territory for Donnie. Donnie, I appreciate you for joining me as always. Awesome. It's always fun talking to you. Do you have any other plays you want to shout out before you head out of here?
Actually, yeah, double header here basically in the game. The Twins and the Chicago White Sox. I actually have the Twins team total over 4.5 at a -105. And I also, Jose, took the alt total in that game, brought it down a little bit to 8.5 at a -125 price. I'm going to fade both of these pitchers, Kopech and also slip into my mind here right now, Smeltzer on the mound for Minnesota. I'm going over in this game, but I do like the Twins to carry this one. I think both of those can hit and certainly have some fun and bet these out and get your 100th show on here with some dubs here, Jose.
Yeah, 100 straight days of shows. It's exciting to have you, Donnie. I appreciate you as always. You can find Donnie on Twitter. It's at RightSide
everywhere. That's it, man. You got it.
Oh, there you go. Look at that memory there. Shout out to Donnie. Appreciate you for joining me, and we'll see you on next time. I hope it's very soon.
Awesome.
I hope you have a lovely All-Star break too.
Love it, man. Enjoy the weekend, everybody out there. Get some wins up here. Support Jose. One of the good guys in this business. Get after it, Jose. Go ahead, man.
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie, as always, for joining me. Appreciate it. As always, it's fun. So Donnie on the 2 unders there, liking 2 unders to start the card. It's very fun. Shout out to Ron Crawford, by the way, spreadsheet play of the day, New York Yankees there. So shout out to Ron. One of the rare times I will acknowledge a Yankees comment. One of the rare times. So there you go, Ron. There's a little something to hang your hat on. But I appreciate all you guys watching as well in the comments right now. Sam Colmer in here, Rocco Rogers, Wallaby King been in here since day one, I think. So shout out to you, Wallaby. You've been awesome. Mark Norlander, Eric Jones, Alex Gagnon, all you guys. Man Bear Pig back with us. Doesn't have to comment every day, but appreciate him watching as always. And he's a whisperer for those Nationals. Whisperer for the Nationals. We'll never forget when he took the Nationals at a big dog price. And maybe it was an inspiration for me at the minus 300s. Nasty Nate, yeah, I haven't seen Kyle Hintley in yet. I'm worried about Kyle, but shout out to Kyle Hintley and my guy. Still appreciate all of his opinions on all that good stuff. So shout out to him and shout out to Nasty Nate for watching. All right, let's move on to this next game, next 2 games, I should say. And with these next 2 games brings on 2 new cappers. And I will admit, I did group these cappers based on age. I'll say hand up now. I group these cappers on age. And if they want to come out here and yell at me when they get up here, that'll be fine. But I think the dynamic will be awesome here. I'll start off with the OG, the Doc of the Pub Sports Radio gang. Not the Spin Doc. Just Big Doc Ragu.
Yeah. Hey, I got a happy 100th birthday today, brother. 100th birthday show. I know my lighting is a little off. I got zapped by lightning last night over here, so I got to play with it a little bit. I apologize for the little bit of off lighting, but how's my man doing today? The number 1 baseball handicapper on the internet, the number 1 show on the internet, Jose Bouquett. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. I'm glad to be with you.
Thank you, Ragu. I love the energy. I love the energy getting in here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Yes, say hey 100 is exciting, but let's not keep our other guests waiting here too, because I'm excited to talk to him as well. Nate's an Unk, and so is this guy, Unk Dom Ricci, in the joint as well. Dommy Gunn.
Hey,
hello.
How's it going?
Hello. Am I on? Hi, guys. What's up, Jose?
What's up?
I'll wait for all that to when I see it.
Yeah, no,
Happy
Dom.
birthday,
I expect you
I
both
should
to
say.
beat my ass now. You guys
Isn't
both.
that Jin Don, right, Doc? 100
Yeah,
more, right?
100.
Jin Don?
100.
Right.
Listen, you
100
put
more,
mine
right?
and Dommy's age, I think we crack it. We cracked the 100 mark just by a little bit.
I love it. I love it. You
How's
guys,
everything?
it's great.
I'm
Dom.
thrilled to be on. I'm thrilled to be with my man Doc all the time. Thrilled to be on with you, Jose. Thrilled to be on with Pub Sports. So, and thrilled that, just real quick, that I have a pick that went totally against one of the best cappers we know since the beginning, Donnie Rightside.
Ooh.
I went on. I took the Marlins over 7 early this morning. So there you go. But anyhow, let's get to our games.
It's very exciting. Very exciting. We'll get to all you guys' action here in a second. But
Don't
first,
do that often.
you know, Dommy, when I first reached out to you about this little project we're doing here, I said, oh, well, obviously you're going to cap the Mets. But the Mets, of course, decided to A, play an early game, and B, get postponed today. So why not go to the other team in New York, and why not cap Yankees, Red Sox with Ragu, the Yankees guy, Dommy in New York, boots on the ground reporting from Dommy. First of all, Dommy, how's the weather?
The weather is sunny, warm, humid. Good
Okay.
night for balls flying out of the stadium, just like last time. And the weather report worked last time I gave that, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, we were on it. Me and Ragu were on it.
worked.
It was great.
It took all game for it to work. I'm a little lucky there, but it worked. And hey, you know, who are we to refuse luck, right?
No, hey, we'll always accept it. Red Sox Yankees is our first game here. We're capping Nathan Eovaldi back off the IL versus Jordan Montgomery, who just saw these guys a couple days ago. It feels like just yesterday. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run, 4 Ks, 1 walk for Montgomery last time out. And Nate only pitched 1 game in a rehab start, AAA, 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, no walks there. Both these teams are top 10s against their respective lefty-righty matchup. 10th are the Red Sox against lefties this month. 115 weighted runs created plus, while the New York Yankees, they do what they do. They always hit home runs, Bronx Bombers, all that stuff. They're third against righties right now, 141 weighted runs created plus. As many of you guys know, I am suspended from betting on the Red Sox. I cannot bet on the Red Sox, and I will tell you guys right now, this would be a day that I would bet on the Red Sox. I would be investing a lot of money on the Red Sox with Nathan Eovaldi and Garrett Whitlock coming off the IL. Garrett Whitlock coming off the IL, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, so we'll see in the next coming days, believe he's going to be in the bullpen, which is gigantic because he was one of the best closers in baseball when he was there. So I have nothing on this game, but I know where everyone else is going on the total, and that's where I would lean to. So I'll start with you, Dami, since you kind of mentioned the over here. You saw the weather is looking nice. Dami, what do you want in this game?
I mean, I'm on the over 8. I thought it was a pretty simple bet, and I'm surprised that it opened up 8.5 and went down to 8. I thought that was I was surprised at that. But that, market moves like that, I know, get certain people, insane. It doesn't me. With these two pitchers, I mean, Eovaldi, like you said, first game back. First of all, it's Boston and the Yankees. Yep. So, I mean, we could cap this game forever, and, weird things always happen. Runs always happen. It seems like it's always 10 runs every time they play. I happen to think Montgomery, after 2 lousy starts, might have a decent outing. I think the Yankees care about this game, and they haven't all week. I've been on this whole all-star, taking it easy, knowing that this week is usually crazy and volatile, and it's worked. But for me, I cut my bets down to like 3 plays a day this whole week. And that's because of the all-star and teams like the Yankees, I just think this kind of week, plays don't care. I think a lot of capping starts going out the window, and keep it simple. I think over 8 is a easy. Nothing's easy, but over 8 is my play.
I agree with you there. I've seen a lot of people on it. I don't understand the line movement. Raghu, what about you?
I wish I didn't bet the Red Sox Rays game yesterday, because you talk about not betting a team of late, man. I usually pretty good on the Rays, but I'm going to tie it into your Red Sox for a moment. But anyways, I had a -1.5 at plus 175 yesterday. 5-3 in the ninth. Boom. Yeah. Fucking loser. Mm-hmm. That would have made my day not perfect, but I lost the Dodgers my first look was the Dodgers to get them on the run line, and I went for the over, and I didn't no help on St. Louis. So fuck you, St. Louis again. And today we cashed. So I had a good day. 5-3 overall yesterday. Not bad. All right, so let's talk about the Yanks and the Sox here. Like Dom says, a story series, years in, years out. Montgomery, he's not my favorite pitcher, but I can't argue what he's done for these Yanks so far this season. My concern for the Yankees tonight, if you're going to back the Yanks, is their bullpen of late. They've given up 19 runs in 12 innings, which is very, for one of the best bullpens in major leagues, is a little concerning. And like Dami says, and I said this early on, midway through the season, once the All-Star break comes, within that first 2 week, that buffer period, I'll start looking at plays a little bit differently, but, see how they cap out. And then this is one of those scenarios right here. It probably has a decent overlook, like you're saying, especially with Eovaldi coming off the IL. That's an angle I like to go up against, is a pitcher coming off IL, not backing him that first out. So you might have to on the money line is not my thing, but a 1.5 looks pretty good for me here on the Yanks side. But I think the over is a good look, and taking the Yankees on the run line here to swing both ways. Not swing both ways.
Okay.
I'll take the over. I'll run with you guys on the over. I like that look because of the fact that the Yankees, like I said, have been giving up some runs late, and Eovaldi coming out for his first out. So I'll take the over, and I'll take the 1.5 on the Yanks at a small plus price.
There's a couple of weird things with the Yankees. They might have the most come from behind wins. I think they have 27 or 28 come from behind wins.
The Mets had a bunch of come from behind.
Yeah, the Yankees have like the most wins under 3 runs, or in the top 3 of teams that win games with 3 runs or less. a lot of things with the Yankees, we're starting to see some, little slips. But listen, they can't keep on winning on the pace they were at. But, I had a discussion with Jimmy about the Yankees and them going to have a little slump before and after the All-Star break. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
They're kind of,
Yeah.
I'm sure Jose's loving that how they've been playing. That's for sure.
Well, it makes me laugh. It definitely makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I'll tell Yankees fans this. Congratulations on winning the division this year. You guys have already won the division. No problem.
It's hard to give up 13 games, right?
Dami, it would be a real shame. It would be the greatest collapse in sports history if they were to give up such a large lead. I don't want it to happen, Donnie. Congratulations. Congratulations to them. They've already won.
The Blue Jays deserve it because they had a perfect opportunity to chop off a couple games, and they haven't. They could have probably chopped off 5 games in the last 2 weeks, and they blew their opportunity.
That's a good segue for a guy.
Yeah,
so there you go.
It truly is, and it is a good segue because I almost forgot that we're talking about the Blue Jays here,
yes,
the Kansas City Royals, and they really have fucked up. They have gone on to this losing streak, and they lose to the Omaha, or what is it? It's Omaha Storm Chasers, the AAA.
Yeah, the AAA. Yes,
they lose to that team yesterday. We were on them first 5 full game. Obviously, it was a very exciting game.
Congrats. You cashed that, didn't you?
Oh yeah. First full game.
What was the final number on that game?
When the show ended for me, I got it at plus 290 and then plus 250, I believe it was. And then
I think they go to like 310. Yeah.
I would say other books had it. Mm-hmm. So I think if you're going to bet these like I do, I think you should probably wait as long as possible because the number's going to keep going up like yesterday. Thinking, they can't lose 2 straight, right? And then, if they do lose this game, guess what? We're going to be on them again tomorrow because that first
up 3 games.
Yeah, that first game's already paid for them. So we're
2.5 games. Right.
Re-rolling.
So exactly.
So I get it.
First,
you can't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's something. What you're doing is something that either you gotta like stop because you're up a lot, or you gotta just not miss one and just keep it going.
Yes, and
that's
kind of how it feels.
You have a lot of room to play with now, so it's not like you could really get hurt.
Yeah, there's all kinds of angles on those streaks too with the dogs.
Even if you lose, you still got to lose a lot of games for you to lose the. What are you up? 12 units? 10, 12 units?
10 units on it now.
Yeah, that's a nice little cushion you got, bro. I mean,
exactly, and that includes a 7-game losing streak in there as well in that total record.
That's funny.
So, obviously, if you're not me and I'm principled and I want to take the money lines every game, you take the plus 1.5, plus 2.5, or even better lines or whatever you want to do. You're still making out like a bandit here. All these games have been remarkably close.
Plus 1.5 has been good. Yeah.
So it's been great.
Right.
It's been a fun time. Did you guys have any plays on this game though? Because obviously it's the highest favorite of the day and all this stuff. So it's kind of tough.
I didn't play anything on this game. I don't know why I thought that maybe this game could go over the 8 also. I don't really know, but there was some trends towards the over in this game, but I don't have a play. I mean, if you ask me, I would say I would take over 8. 8 is just a nice number, Fluke can happen and go
what
over
else
8.
Can go wrong? I mean, they have the best pitcher going for them tonight. Anything can go wrong. Anything can happen. I mean, what are we looking at? 330 and plus 285 the other way right now. What an 8?
Yep. I locked in officially plus 280 and plus 245 first 5 full game for the Royals.
Yeah. I mean, I don't fault you at all for doing that. The way things are going in Toronto, it's kind of like, nobody's going to welcome this fucking break more than Toronto right now. I can tell you that. Because they really, if they're going to get serious about even talking wild card, because they're right in the thick of things with Tampa, and then Baltimore's crept up. You know what Baltimore's done of late. So Baltimore, they're on fire going, and that's going to concern me coming out because I think things are going to probably start sliding the other way for them too. But as long as they keep hitting like they're doing, and their bullpen's playing pretty good. But on the Toronto side of things, the only look I would have here, and I'm not going against you because I'm not saying that you don't have a shot in hell because after last night, I mean anything can happen. You know what I mean? So, but Manoah gives them their best chance, and if they decide they want to hit the ball a little bit. The only way I would even think about playing this game, which I'm not playing it, is taking an alternate run line with Toronto for a big offensive effort with a solid pitcher. And we'll see what Kansas City decides to do. So,
how about the team total?
That would be the only thing that maybe put me on not kind of lean towards the under or the over would be, maybe Manoah gets in shutdown mode tonight and has a really good game, gets about 12K, something like that. But I would only lean towards Toronto. If I'm not going to the window with Jose, if you're not, then if you're going to take the other side, take the 2.5 run lines, because there's no way in hell I'm laying 330 the way this team's playing. And you still get a little bit of a plus price with the minus 2.5. So that's the only look I have.
I would agree with you guys. The only way I would play the Blue Jays is the team total over 5.5, a plus 110 for me. But I don't want to play the Blue Jays. So simple as that. Simple as that. We're on the Royals today. Thank you both for joining me as always. Again, I'm sorry for being ageist and putting you guys together, but it was a great time seeing you guys together. The chemistry was lovely. Raghu, I'll let you start this one off. Plug anything you need to plug before you head out of here, or any plays you want to mention before you leave.
No, that's it. Tonight is kind of like a family night thing. I don't have a lot of action going, but I will be on the Yanks, and I'm going to be cheering you on for your raise the flag, not the raise the flag. What do you call this? What do you call the Royals? What do you call
royal. We just stay royal, Raghu. We just stay
royal. Okay, so we'll keep it calm and stay royal. All right.
Yeah, keep it
calm. We cash a ticket and we count our money after the game is over. I like that.
All right, beautiful. Raghu, thank you so much for joining me here. I appreciate it as always. Dami Gunn, any final words before we get out of here? Any plays you want to make official?
I did. I took the Marlins over 7. I honestly don't think they're going to keep Alcantara in for 7 innings, and I think Madeline would be crazy to pitch him another 100 pitches tonight. His pitch count, his innings pitch is getting crazy. I think Gibson is terrible on the road. I don't know. I took the over 7. But going against Donnie Rightside as a full-time thing will not make you money. Trust me.
That is facts.
And I got Tampa. I had Tampa last night. I got lucky where Doc didn't, and so that's what's happening. Tonight I'm going to do a quick little show. Unfortunately, not on pub, but I mean they don't give us any time so we got to go against somebody once in a while. But Friday Night Live, every other week we try to do it 8 to 9 o'clock with DJ on Who Bang, and me and Dabby Cab are going to talk about pitching in the first half, take a look about the second half, and then after that, I'm going to hit Razor Sharp's Cash at Fridays and his horse racing chat, and that's what I'll be doing tonight. So that's Beautiful. It. Congratulations, nephew. I apologize for tomorrow, but I'm not betting the rest of the weekend, and I can't put out plays if I'm not betting them. That's not happening.
I know. Take a break, take a break, Dami. I'm glad that you're taking a break. You deserve it. And I hope you enjoy it. Goes get the New York Sun out there and let us know how it's going out there. So thank you, my man.
All right, I love you, brother. Take care.
Dami, there's Dami for us there. Appreciate it as always. Next, there's been an interesting show so far. My next guest, I should say, my next guest has been sitting back there looking as beautiful and as radiant as ever. But I've got a guest in studio too now, so it's gonna be lovely. This show's coming together very nicely, very nicely. Just a quick recap for everyone. No official plays for me so far. Donnie on the under in the first game, and Dami. And so that's hard to say. Donnie is on the over, on the under, and then Dami is on the other side. So that's very interesting there. So I'll say that now to say this. I forgot to make the graphics special for this person. I will admit that, but this person takes a lot of different personalities. It's always a very interesting adventure when he comes on the show, and I'll do some on-the-fly producing here to maybe spice up our graphics a little bit while he's on the screen with me. Some call him a tyrant, some call him a dictator, some call him a presidential candidate in the future, perhaps. God hope not, but we'll very much see. And some other people call him a disease. I wouldn't call him that. I'd call him Seamus Ignoramus. Seamus.
Yeah.
There.
Hey, Jose. Always a pleasure, brother. Good to be back. Have you heard a lot of follow-up or blowback from that landmine I dropped on your last show about the Sturbridge baseball drama? I mean, that must have really shook the internet to its core. I mean, that was some salacious material.
It was. It really was. It was salacious. It was. I'm glad that I didn't get served for libel and slander.
That's what I was thinking. After the show, I was like, it's a very slim chance anybody involved is watching that show. But if they were, I might have handed them a legal grenade to throw right back at me. But it was a good story. It was a good story. Happy to retell it if anybody wants to hear it in the chat. Good to see everybody ready to win some money today. Cheshire Cat ready to go. Wallaby King wants to know what I'm going to say next. Where are we going, Jose? Are we going to this smashing matchup between the Tigers and the Guardians?
Buddy, let me tell you where we're going, Seamus Ignoramus. We'll start off with those lovely Tigers and Guardians here.
Let's go.
Drew Hutchinson.
Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I was just going to wax poetically a little bit about Drew Hutchinson. Ever heard of him?
I have heard of him, but I watch a little bit more baseball than most. If you're a casual observer, you've not heard of Drew Hutchinson. He is the quintessential definition of what you would call a journeyman.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll be honest. I think for most casual baseball fans, when Drew Hutchinson's name comes up, they're usually like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right.
Former Toronto Blue Jay. He's been okay this year. Shockingly good. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run, 3 Ks, 1 walk at the Chicago White Sox. His last appearance. And versus the Cleveland Guardians, he went 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only one of them earned, 2 Ks, 1 walk.
That's funny you say that because that was literally the only 2 games he was good.
Well, and when I say recently, I mean recently.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. And so this matchup kind of lends itself to some it's going to be a little bit more competitive for Hutchinson than you might think just at 10,000 feet. When you drill down, you can see that this matchup says, this is a little bit closer to 50-50 than what the line suggests. And that's why you're seeing some money come in on the Tigres. I will say it is Zach Plesac bobblehead night. First 5,000 fans will receive a Zach Plesac bobblehead. The only question is what to do with all those leftover Zach Plesac bobbleheads.
Send them my way. I would love a Zach Plesac bobblehead. His hair is luscious. He's a good pitcher too, Seamus Ignoramus.
He hasn't been bad. I don't think he has to be great. Both of these offenses are scuffling.
Absolutely right about that.
They are not hitting the cover off of the ball. Cleveland a little bit better than Detroit, who is dead last in just about every offensive metric that you can name. Cleveland themselves averaging right about half a home run per 9 innings. That's dead last in the in Major League Baseball for power. So not a lot of balls flying out today. So you can see where I'm kind of leaning in terms of what my feel would be. The under has hit 5 of Detroit's last 7. It's hit 5 of Cleveland's last 6. I want to go with the under, but here's my red flag. This baby opened at 7.5. It's moved up a full point, and I don't understand why. So that's giving me pause. So I haven't locked it in yet. There's clearly no rush to do so. If I'm still feeling frisky about the under, let that baby get up to 9.5. You want to keep juicing it, but that'd be a tough. That's a lot of steam to fade. So I'm gonna hang back on that. I would say my lean on the side goes to the Guardians. Only because they're a somewhat better team, as their record would suggest, although Detroit's got the 3rd best overall bullpen at a collective 306. Plesac's been awesome at home, so that's why another reason to lean to Cleveland. But I really want to smash that under 8.5. I'm a little hesitant. I need a little bit more bravery right now. I haven't been drinking.
Well,
what do you think?
The liquid courage always helps. I like the under here as well. I will say that one of our future or next guests, I should say, Jeremy, is in the chat also saying Maxwell the under likes the under as well. Like I said, I think Plesac's been good. The Tigers this month against righties, 78 weighted runs created plus. That's 24th, not good. Cleveland is 12th right now, but that's only at 106, so only a 6% above average. So I could easily see an under in this game. First 5 full game, perhaps. I'm not going to move on it, but I'm definitely going to write down an under for the full game there because I I truly do like Plesac. I jumped off the bandwagon for a little bit, and I was like, man, this guy, I don't know what's going to go on with him. And then just recently, he had a bad 4-run start, but I still believe in him. I'm still believing he's that guy. He could be a good number 2 or 3 in a good rotation. I'll say that now.
Well, he just faced Detroit 2 starts ago. He was solid, but they still lost because, I mean, these are, like I said, these are just 2 teams that are scuffling. I don't think you can't really say either side's got a serious advantage, which is to say more than likely you should be on the dog on this game if you are going to take a side, especially with money coming in on the dog. So that's a lean. I know I said Cleveland a minute ago, but they are the better all-around team. But if you're reading the tea leaves just in terms of today and where the line's moving and recency statistics being what they are, might be worth throwing a shekel on the Tigers. Won't see me doing it.
A shekel? How about a ruble or two, huh?
Maybe a loon, but I'm not going to get too crazy.
Couple yen in there as well.
You could throw in something like a yen or like a Yao Ming or whatever you'd like to come up with.
Okay,
you could barter some goats and a wheel of cheese, whatever you think you can get value on. I advise you do that. But yeah, like I said, I was looking at the just looking at these metrics, saying, my God, I don't see how this game is anything more than like a 3-1, 3-2 type of game, one way or the other. And to see that move from 7.5 to 8.5, it just kind of gives me pause. So no official play for me on this game.
No official play for you. None for me either. I've wrote down that under. We'll keep an eye on it at -115. By the way, I did put up a poll in the YouTube chat. Seamus, you know this. I bet the Red Sox quite frequently, and I hit a point where I had to suspend myself from betting the Red Sox. I have suspended myself. I cannot bet on the Red Sox, but I did put a question, a query in the YouTube comments right now. Am I allowed to bet on the totals of Red Sox games during my suspension right now? 64 votes in right now, and it's been about 15 minutes. 55% yes, 45% no. So it's close. I'd like to have a decisive victory. So vote in the poll. Let me know what you guys think, of course. And by the way,
this is the game to come out of retirement, though. You've got to, or out of suspension. This is the one. This is a big rebound spot for the Red Sox after getting their asses handed to them by the Rays. Coming off of that series split with the Yankees, feeling themselves, feeling good. I think they want to pick up where they left off in New York and forget about this last Tampa series and make a big splash and get right back after it. I'm on the Red Sox at +145. Just as an FYI, and I would advise you tout that yourself.
Oh boy! All right, that's going to be very interesting indeed. Shout out to Nathan Evaldi. And speaking about those Tampa Bay Rays, let's talk about those Tampa Bay Rays. Next game on our docket here.
Let's do it.
Orioles Rays here, and this comes to one of my first plays that is not Kansas City related. I am on the Baltimore team total over 3.5 at +105. I think they win this game outright.
Yeah, I like the Orioles as well. But again, this is another situation where, and I know that, longtime cappers like Domi and Ragu, they're not wrong to say, don't let the line moves dictate your action. But it's hard to, ignore this thing opening up 118. It's still juiced 127 and moving towards Tampa. You look at Tampa, they haven't exactly been playing poorly either of late. Sweeping the Red Sox, although I would say this kind of lends itself to a flat spot, if anything. And, the Orioles are above 500 this late in the season for the first time since September of 2017. How about that? Let's hear it for the O's. Huh? Not bad. Yeah.
I like the round of applause. I like mid-show round of applauses. And
come on. Yeah, I mean, I told you I visited the Orioles Hall of Fame and they had fans and mascots in it. I mean, they're dying for something big to happen, the O's. I mean, the last time they won a championship, they were called the Browns, I think. So it's been a minute. That's actually not true. I think they won, what was it, 84, 83? Somebody correct me. But
put some respects on Brooke Robinson and Earl Weaver's name, please.
Right. The O's, they're a scrappy team. If you look at the last 10 wins, though, 7 of them were within 2 runs, and most of them were by 1 run. So it's kind of fickle. There's a little bit of luck involved in the streak. I would say that not as
lucky. Seamus, take that back right now. Take that back.
Well, here's what's not luck. Both bullpens in this matchup are top notch. The O's are 5th overall with a 3.19 ERA. Rays always have a top bullpen. They're 7th overall with a 3.39. The under is hit 3 times in the last 4 head-to-head. I have this as an official play. I am on the under 7.5, and that was juiced when I took it earlier. I still think you get it juiced 7.5 at some books. Some books have moved it down to 7. Don't see this one being a big offensive matchup. I could see something like a 2-1, 3-0 type of match. So that's where I'm at.
I love it. I hope the fucking Orioles win. That's all I care about. I've got their team total over 3.5. I love it. I love the streak. I love everything about the Orioles, man. As someone that grew up in Virginia, like I said, that was I guess the Nationals count, but that was the main baseball stadium that was right there. The Nationals were obviously just back then, but yeah, this is an Orioles spot for me too. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Seamus, it's always nice to have you on the show. For some reason, our show these
what is happening? I don't understand. We're infectious today. This isn't a good thing. You know, that Omicron is a very, very scrappy variant, I will say.
Fickle bitch.
He's a fickle bitch. He won't kill you, but my God, he will annoy the shit out of you, won't he?
You know, you can say that about a lot of things, you know. It won't kill you, but it will annoy the shit out of you. And by the way, just for those, Dom asking, what's the streak on? 10-game winning streak for the Baltimore Orioles and 10-game winning streak. No, sorry, 11-game winning streak for the Seattle Mariners. So very nice there. Seamus, I appreciate you for joining me. It's been
always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I'll save any Little League drama for maybe the next show. Make sure that we clear all those legal hurdles first. And maybe we'll have a surprise guest appearance by a particular ex-president or maybe a warring dictator, or maybe even a scrappy variant. We'll see what happens.
That's scrappy variant indeed. Before you leave, Seamus, do you have anything, any other plays you want to shout out? I know you mentioned the Red Sox, obviously, but any other plays you wanted to get out of there before we leave?
Yeah, no, the Red Sox are the only one that I'm firmly on that's outside of what I've already mentioned. So I've got 2 plays locked in, Red Sox at 145, and I've got the Detroit Orioles under at 7.5. And I want to join you on the Orioles side and the under on the Guardians game as well. I'm just not quite there yet.
All right, fair enough. Seamus Ignoramus. Well, again, I appreciate you for joining me. As always, it's a fun time when we're together. Though our screen may get a little clouded, maybe some things could happen, maybe even a lawsuit comes around, but it's still a fun time nonetheless. Seamus Ignoramus, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, when they don't wash their hands, there's no fans in the stands, in it. You know the song. Come on, baby.
I love it. You guys, finish the lyrics in the chat right now. Shout out to Seamus Ignoramus for joining us there. A lovely time from Seamus. All righty. So we have been progressing through the show pretty quickly, I would say. This is everything going on schedule. We're rolling right along. It's great. Let me shout out my guys in the chat real quick as well. We've got Mr. MDR in here as well. Appreciate you, my man, for the congratulations. And yes, hit the like button as well while you're in here. 100 likes would be ideal. That's synergy right there. That is synergy right there. We've also got a little recap. I'll do a recap of the plays that I'm on so far because it could be a little, hectic while we're going through changing cappers and all that good stuff. Kansas City money line for me, plus 280. First 5 money line, plus 245. Baltimore team total over 3.5 at plus 105. Let's check the YouTube poll as well real quick. I want to see where we're at here. 75 votes, still 55-45, yes. And you guys know if I'm going to add anything, it is going to be that over 8 at minus 120 for me. And I do also like Cleveland, Detroit under 8.5 at minus 115. I don't think I'm going to get to the window with that one, but we will see here very soon. All right, so we've got 2 more guests coming up here soon. One guest, of course, this is the only person on the show that will be making his debut. I have not seen this person come into the room yet, but I'm sure he will make a grand entrance, as he usually does. The other person is in the backstage, but I think he's taking a little dump. Oh, of course. Look at that. Right on time. Look at that. These guys, when you ask them to be somewhere at a certain time, they're there. When you need a hand, when you need a smoke, I call these next two people on. Let's start with the guy that lives closer to me. He let me sleep in his house, actually. That's how nice he is. He let me eat his food, drink his wine, and we had a great time. It wasn't even wine. We had beer, actually, but that's just what the saying goes. Mr. Dabby Cab joining us here first. Dabby, how's it going?
What's up, man? What's up? Good, man. Good. Little it's Friday. I started drinking. I got some Casamigos. Yeah. I saw Seamus saying he needed some liquid courage. I was like, man, I wish you were here, Seamus. I got you.
I'll bring Seamus right back right now. Don't you make me. I will. Shout out to Seamus. And next, of course, some people will call this person a diva. Some people will say that this person, he's high maintenance. Some people will just call him Dutch Boy Fresh. Dutch!
Why don't I get one of those? Why don't I get one of those?
Yeah, man. Hey, ho, motherfucking Zay. Yeah, man. Mr. Big 100. Salute to you, my guy. Salute to everyone in the chat. I see some OGs in there. Dami Gunn, Big Ragu, Ron Lofton. Everyone, man. Much love. I had to tap in real quick with the little motherfucker. Show him some love for the hundo. For the hundo. Every day doing this shit for 100 days in a row. I can't do nothing but
insane, man.
Jose. So, and you're profitable as a motherfucker doing it too. So salute to you, my guy.
Appreciate it. I for sure feel like if I was negative 21 units, you guys would not be on the show right now. So I'm glad that I am up those 21 units and we are riding today. Obviously, get your smokes in. Do your thing. This is an extension of Daily Fresh. Oh yeah, get your smokes in.
If you ride fresh on this motherfucker, you best believe the plane is coming with me. I don't go nowhere without this bitch. And we got the wedding pie number 6 in the plane. Tasting real good. Shout out to the gas report. I see you. I stay smoking, bro. I go nowhere without my bitch. Go ahead.
Speaking of, Jose, you coming to Dallas for UFC or what, man?
Well, that's funny. I don't think I am because I'm going to be in Houston the next day for Red Sox Astros. I will be there. I'm usually there every year, at least. I would say at least once. The Red Sox only go to Houston once. But you know what? We'll talk about all that as it comes, gentlemen, because we're still on a schedule here. We're still on a show here.
Yeah, go.
And this is Dutch's first time on Say Hey Plays. I'd like to make this a little special. I've never heard Dutch cap baseball. I've seen him dominate the first 5 unders. I've seen it, but I've never heard it. And I just want my ears to be tintillated by Dutch Boy Fresh here. And that's what he does. He tintillates the ears. Seattle, Texas Rangers is our first little foray here. Cab, of course, with you coming on the show, I knew I had to pick your Rangers to start this off. They've got a bullpen day versus Robbie Ray here. And I didn't want to talk much about Matt Bush, whatever. Matt Bush, you're a reliever. The bullpen of the Texas Rangers is not someone I want to back. And we've got Robbie Ray on the other side who's been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. 1 earned run in each of his last 2 appearances. I'll start with you, Cab. I'll give Cab the floor. Cab, I don't know how often you go first on your show. I would assume Dutch goes first usually.
What would make you assume that? Why do I have to look at this motherfucker again?
You know, response to that, Dutch?
He's talking to you?
No, he's talking to you, I believe. You and your glasses.
I don't even listen to half this shit he says, bro. So I don't even know what he's saying. Right. But hey, go ahead and cap your motherfucking Ranger.
You're getting old, bro. He can't hear. All right, look, bro. So Robbie Ray, man,
you said it. A little amigo in him. Listen, Mr. Casamigo. Yeah. I'm gonna let him have his tequila courage. Hey, keep talking, man.
Tequila courage. Okay, cool.
The winners, man. Break this game down for the little motherfucker.
All right, bro. Robbie Ray's last 7 games, a 1.41 ERA, man. I always say this: a pitcher is doing one of 2 things. They're either progressing or they're regressing. And right now he is progressing. That's what Robbie Ray has been doing. If you look, like even his last 15 games, his ERA is better than it is for the season. And then right now, obviously, it's the best it's been in the last 7. He's got a 3.51 ERA, opponent batting average of 209, 111 WHIP. He's been great, man. His last 3 starts, he's only given up 1 run in 2 of them. 6 innings is the least he's gotten through. 3 starts ago, 7 innings, 1 hit. Last 2 games, 6 innings, 3 hits, and 4 hits with only 1 run. He's been electric, man. He's been great. And as much as this Rangers team can hit sometimes, I mean, fuck, look at what Seattle's been doing, man. Seattle has been so fun to watch play baseball. Like, you can see it in their eyes. Like, they want to win baseball games, and that goes so far. This team is having fun because they're winning. They're having fun because they want to win, and it's what's going on. It's kind of what, the Padres aren't really a good baseball team, but I said earlier in the year that they were going to win some games just because they were having fucking fun. That's what Seattle's doing right now. So I don't see how you could do anything but look at Seattle.
I agree with you. 11 games straight, a shittier opponent on a bullpen day with a shitty bullpen. It kind of sums up all Mariners here. Dutch, what about you? What do you think about this game?
Yeah, shout out to AOD. I see you, my guy. What I think about this motherfucking game? Shit, back with this motherfucker, bro. Hey, I didn't know that you was picking the games for me to talk about, to be honest with you. And that's not how I roll, bro. You don't tell me what games to cap, motherfucker.
Fine.
No,
hey, I'll ask you for all the plays at the end too, so that's fine. You can give me whatever you want. Dutch.
Yeah, on this game, like I didn't even look at this game, to be honest with you, so I have to back with it. But yeah, Sam Comer, I see you, my guy. I didn't know. Yeah, I missed that message that you wanted me to cap a specific fucking game, Jose. Come on, man. My money's real money. I can't just go out there and just say, okay, I'm gonna cap this game just for the fuck of it. But yeah, the Mariners, man. I don't fade the Mariners. No way, no how. We talked about it briefly on the show. They playing baseball right now. They're having fun. They're showing up to the field with a smiley face like you, little Jose. And they're ready to play some baseball. So I'm not fading them. They keep winning. And, I guess ride the trend. You know me, I don't really fade the trend. So I would only look the Mariners. But, yeah, I got to play on today and a little bit on something late. But,
Good.
Yeah, I don't have no action on this game, bro.
Well, I hope that plays in this next game, or else it's going to be another Pat Backwood for you. And you know what? I can see, Dutch, you talk a lot of shit about Backwoods, but they're not that bad. They're not that bad at all.
Hey, listen,
tobacco.
I keep it respectful because R.I.P. to Mac Dre. He was way ahead of before the time. He smoked them motherfucking Backwoods, and I got a lot of close friends that smoke Backwoods. But fuck a Backwood, all right? If you smoking exotic, putting it in the wood, god damn it, I'll still fuck with you. But I'm a little disappointed in you, if that makes sense. But yeah, nah, fuck a Backwood.
All right, fair enough. By the way, I love the chatter and the banter between you guys. When Cab first told me, he was like, "Yeah, me and Dutch really get along." I was like, "I don't believe it. Dutch doesn't."
I don't think those words came out of my mouth. I said he's all right, dude.
I'm probably paraphrasing, but you get the point. And now everyone's getting to see Dutch and Cab, bicker and argue. Apparently, like a new couple. You guys can see this every Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I accept the gay motherfucker, for what he is. But yeah, he cool, bro.
He's always got to turn things there. That's his go-to.
But yeah, so sometimes he acts like a child, but it's cool. It's cool.
I understand. By the way, Dab, my man Roca Rogers wants to ask you a direct question here. What do you think of the first today, first five and the first five Guardians and the first five Braves?
Well, funny thing is I'm on the first five Braves and the full game Braves, and I think Dutch is also. So if you want to let us talk about it, I mean, Dutch can break down the games he's on, I'm sure.
I promise you we will get there. We're going to talk about White Sox Twins first real quick.
Boo. No, I'm just kidding.
I am on Twins first five here, -0.5 at even money. I am fading the White Sox at every opportunity I can against the Twins. They've been playing well, so I've lost some money in this last couple of games, but I'm going to take Devin Smeltzers over Kopech. Little arm fatigue. This is his first time pitching this much in the major league. So give me the Minnesota Twins here, first five. 7th against righties this month, 131 weighted runs created plus, while the White Sox are at 14th, 107. Dutch, did you have anything on this game, or are we going to backwoods this and pass it over to Cab? I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, man, my fault. I missed that.
No worries.
Yeah, backward this motherfucker, man. I did not realize that you wanted me to cap these two games.
Dutch,
I don't have nothing on this game.
Dutch, I want you here for the vibes. You make the attractiveness of this show just skyrocket. They don't want to see my face on this. They want to see yours. They want to see your lovely face on here.
Yeah, shout out to Lamont Williams. I see you, my dude. Hey, you know what you should have did real quick before you do get to Dabby? Who do you have on here talking about the Yankees? Yankees Red Sox.
Yankees Red Sox.
OG, I see you.
It was
Big Ragu
and Dami.
Okay, all right. I ain't gonna be mad at you then. I was gonna say, as long as it's Big Ragu or Dami, I'm not gonna say nothing. But other than that, I come on here and bust your ass that whole segment, But it's cool. It's cool.
Well, hey, you'll get to talk about him here in a second. Don't you worry, Dutch. Don't you worry. Dabby, anything on this game?
I mean, no. What do you expect though? Like here, I'd agree with you. If you were going to go either side, it's got to be Twins. My only problem is your guy going for the Twins, man. Last start, a little bit of a blow up start. 3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs. Start before that, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. He's getting touched up a little bit, but like you said, the White Sox can't fucking hit. So
I don't think the White Sox can hit. The Rangers against lefties, pretty good actually. So
the Rangers, what fucking game are we talking about?
Yeah, the Rangers. The Smelters' last start was against the Rangers. Don't you worry, I got you.
Oh, I was like, that was the last game, Jose. That was the last game. We're talking about the Twins now.
The Rangers against lefties this month are 4th, 152 weighted runs created plus. Probably, in fact, because of that start against Smelter. But I think they're pretty good, and I think he bounces back. And that 6th inning start was against the Orioles, and they're full of magic right now. So we all know that.
I tell you what, man, both of these pitchers, their last 7 starts have had shit ERAs: 4.91, 5.55. I wouldn't hate a look at maybe like a first 5 over here. I'm not doing it. My money's not on it, but that's kind of where I'd lean.
I also was thinking full game over as well. But I want to get you guys your opportunity because Dutch is on the edge of his seat. I can tell. He's got some tacos actually to go catch. What kind of tacos you getting, Dutch? I'd love to hear that.
Probably the carne asada, the shrimp, really whatever the vibe is. I don't eat pork.
Okay, all right. Carne asada.
I don't eat pork tacos, no pork. I'm not saying they're not bomb, but yeah, I don't eat no pork, man.
All right, fair enough. Hey, this is something new you learn about Dutch.
And now if I'm on the beach, give me the motherfucking fish taco, but I'm not eating fish really unless I cook it in Vegas.
Okay, fair enough. Very interesting food choices by Dutch. Dutch, you came here to talk about Red Sox Yankees. It seems like you want to talk Red Sox Yankees.
No, I just want to, I just know that you probably gonna back the Red Sox. I run that 8 back, though. I'll give you your action back because that's the type of guy I am. You want to run it back? I'll take your money again. I don't even like Montgomery, but I dislike the Red Sox pitching staff, bullpen, the whole motherfucking thing. Now they bringing Eovaldi back, just holding their breath, hoping he's okay, ready to rock and roll. Waiting on Chris Sale to walk through the door. I mean, it's pretty dreary over there. The All-Star break couldn't come at a better time for the motherfucking Boston Red Sox, if you ask me. So, yeah, I would, and the Yankees have been playing a little bit of suspect baseball, but I believe they're going to be, a little angry as well as after losing to the Reds like that. But, the Red Sox off the sweep. But, man, what are you going to do, bro? They don't got the arms. And the Yankees, I believe, got the bats. I like the over here. It's probably a pretty popular play. I believe that's our guy, Razor Sharp Picks, over the 8. But between that, I was just looking more about fading your ass, trying to give you a little run back, maybe double up on my 8 to a quarter if you wanted to jump in that fanboy club you're in with the Red Sox again. But, no hard feelings if you don't. It's all good.
Full game?
Yeah, full game.
All right, full game. We'll run it back.
I don't have action on the game. I like over 8. I like the Yankees. I just figured, you want to run it back, we can run it back. I do have a bet placed in the Braves game, and I'm looking and the Dodgers, but now it's a little too juiced up. But go ahead, yourself. Run it.
Well, we'll run that back. An 8th, it's double or nothing basically for me. So I lost the last one. It was a
so you're gonna owe me a quarter of some exotic when you touch down in Vegas, pretty much.
And that might be in early December, so I might see you then. It might be
Christmas trees. I like trees. Yeah.
There we go. Right, Dutch's not coming down to Texas. You gotta get Dutch to Texas. That'd be impossible.
No, September. You're not going with us? The fuck?
To Vegas? When are you going to Vegas in September?
I am. So you should go.
All right, we'll talk about this off air. Dutch, any other things you want to plug or talk about before you head out of here?
Yeah, I'm on that Braves, man, that first 5. I'm looking to fade Corbin here, man. He's an auto fade to me. He went against these boys recently on the night, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned. But overall, the Braves have just continued to get to him. As a team, they have 8 total home runs, 32 RBIs as a lineup against these boys, highlighted by DeVault batting 344, 32 at bats. Arcia, batting 429, 14 at bats. I'm sure I'll probably kill one of these new. Acuna, 280, 25 at bats. These motherfuckers rake against Corbin. So I'm looking to get to him early and often. I like the full game run line, but I did lock in the -115, minus half a run, first 5. That's the one play I have bet today. And the Dodgers has got a little out of the realm of me wanting to get it out at -130, first 5. But man, come on, man. The Angels are a goddamn auto fade. You got Clayton Kershaw going in, probably looking for a little bit of vibes, trying to start this All-Star game, or it will be his last All-Star game in LA. But the Angels strike out 26 times
a fucking 26% of the time. Unless Ohtani's on the motherfucking mound, unless Mr. Savior is on the motherfucking mound, you auto fade these Angels, and you got Kershaw just really against a better, bigger, bully team in the Dodgers. They're going to handle them in Cali, I believe. So I look for run line full game is not bad, but I like that first 5, but it is juiced up now.
Beautiful, Dutch.
Well, yeah, the daily sesh, though. Let me get it before I get up out of here, Jose. The daily sesh, Monday through Friday. Everyone in the chat, support me and my guy, Dabby Cab. We're coming at you 4:20 Eastern time, 1:20 out here on the fresh side, 3:20 out there where these boys reside in Texas. Top set, everyone in the chat, Wallaba King, Coin, everyone I fuck with, Lamont Williams. Be sure to tap in with us. It's at Pub Sports Radio. It's on YouTube. 4:20 Eastern time, Monday through Friday. So I'll see y'all motherfuckers on Medicaid Monday. Until then, beautiful thing you're doing here, my guy Jose with the hundo. Congratulations. Appreciate you having me, my guy. Cabby, I'll see your ass on Monday. Y'all stay fresh.
Thank you, Dutch Boy Fresh. I hope he enjoys his tacos today. It's going to be lovely. Dab, anything that you have to plug or anything you want to say before you get out of here?
Well, he said it, that show, but obviously Darvish, shit. Come on, Darvish is on the mound tonight.
Okay, of course, yeah. I mean, I knew I saw Darvish on the bump, and I said, well, I've got to get like Cab talk about Darvish a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. All right, there you go. Real quick.
I haven't bet him first 5, by the way, just for you. I say it every time, too. I say every time Darvish comes out, I say I cannot bet on Darvish first 5 because Cab will not let me, and he will castrate me if I do. So, Cab, please tell the people about you, Darvish, your baby boy.
Yeah, okay. 2.69 ERA last 7 starts. You know, he got touched up against the Dodgers, but I think, come on, that was kind of to be expected. Everyone kind of saw that coming. He's got a .99 whip this year, which I just love. So he's not too bad on the walks. When he does give up hits, he finds a way to pitch out of it. He's one of those guys that can have people on first and second with no outs, and he's still going to find a way to get out of the fucking inning. I love backing him. I've gone 8-2-2 this year when I bet on Darvish in the first 5. So that's what I did today. I took the Padres in the first 5. I think Bumgarner gives up a couple runs. Padres can't fucking hit, but they can hit enough to get a couple runs off Bumgarner, and that's where I'm at.
Beautiful. Dabby, thank you so much. Like Dutch Boy Fresh said, and we'll keep saying it. A lot of people, you know, if you're not watching the daily sesh, you should. The dynamic and the chemistry between those two guys is lovely. You'll think they hate each other, but at the end of the day, they love each other no matter what. And they love each other so much that Cab's going up to Vegas in September, even though, you know, I'm just realizing I go to Boston in September, Cab. Let's not forget that either.
Damn it.
But yes, Dab, I'm happy that you joined me. I thank you as always. And I thank you as well because you are probably one of the most featured guests in the Say Hey 100. So I appreciate it as always. And thanks for always being there for when I need you.
Man, congratulations on what you're doing. Keep it up, man. It's been a blast to watch. Obviously, it's fun to come on, but it's more fun sometimes to sit back and listen. You're putting in a lot of work, man. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Dabby Cab. Appreciate it. As always, is the iPad officially dead now, but we ride on. And we've got our next guest who's been sitting backstage, literally backstage, patiently waiting. He's gotten some laughs. He farted. I actually smelled the fart because it was very bad. I smelled him rip ass. Jeremy, you can walk on over here now. I actually have to grab you a mic as well because I forgot that you need a mic here. But I'll do that right now. You know, you can come on over, and we'll just do this little weird change. While I do, hey, just remember, we're on Say Hey 100 again. What'd you say? Oh, you definitely smelled like you ripped ass. It smelled horrible in here. I thought you killed something. Scoot on over here, Jeremy. I have it zoomed in for 1, but we can make it 2. We make it 2. You know, this is what we do. First of all, Jeremy, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Third of all, actually, speaking to the mic.
I'm doing great.
Great. Get it in there. Get in there. Come on. You know, get close.
I'm doing great, man. Glad
Thank
to
you.
be back. You know, feels good. Happy for you to 100 shows in a row. That's a lot of dedication. I don't think I've ever done anything for that long. So,
that's not true. I know you've beaten your meat 100 days straight.
Well.
Okay, so I'm glad that we got that underway. So thank you guys as always for watching. Chairman Kim, is that his brother? No, this is just a good friend of mine. This is Jeremy. Yep. We do look similar. I will say that.
Yeah, they called me a fatter version of him on my first day on the
show.
It
was. You did get called a fat version of me, and that's because I had the mustache going too. So it's tough. It's tough. You know, I have not shown this video, and I'm glad that you're on here because We went golfing last night.
No, it's the night. I think 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
And this is my second time golfing out on a course, and you made this video.
152 yards should be just a nice, comfortable 9-iron for him. They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Yeah, so it's a lovely little video. It's your TikTok. You want to plug your TikTok while you're here?
That's like my only video. I don't even know my.
Yeah, you're just there for the
Yeah.
women. You're just there for the
There
women
for
to
the
TikTok.
booty bouncing on TikTok.
You're right about that. So I'm actually gonna do this. We're gonna take a 30-second commercial break. I'm gonna reset the camera so we both get in here, and we'll get right into Oakland and the Houston Astros. I'm glad you wore your jersey.
Yes.
All right, Southtown 101. Your head a little cut off there, Jeremy, but it's all right. Houston Astros versus the Oakland A's. Your Astros.
Yeah.
We're going to the Astros game August 1st. I already said that. You're coming with.
Yes,
Helga
we
will
are.
be there, obviously,
Yes.
too, and unnamed fourth person, I guess, as well. So that'll be fun. Obviously, you watch the Astros quite frequently.
Yep.
You were the same person that told me to take Kyle Tucker MVP this year. It's not going.
It's not going.
It's not going as well, but you also
No.
did say that the Orioles were going to get hot,
I did say that.
and look at where we are now.
It's been a
So,
while. It's been a while. I think I remember that they were like plus like 2 something to beat the Yankees.
Yep.
We sweated it out, and
we got it. We got it
got it,
indeed.
yeah.
It's very
We got it.
fun. So I'll say this, Jeremy. I've got nothing on this game. I think this a late pitching change, kind of, because we had Jake Odorizzi to start the day, and then it was Jose Urquidy now, I
oh,
guess.
it is. I didn't even notice.
So yes,
my stuff still has.
it still has Jake Odorizzi on
Yeah.
ESPN
Well,
too.
I was
so.
staying away from it either way, mostly due to the fact of the Astros lineup. It's kind of they're going with the young guns today.
Yeah, you know these young guns. We have a
Yeah.
friend you have 2 friends that are young guns in this Astros organization,
Yeah,
actually.
but I there's just nothing really there for me. Especially with the lineup, a lot of young guys. Corey Lee, I think this might be like his second professional start behind the plate. Maldonado gets a rest day. Dubon in there. He
Youth.
got hit yesterday.
Right in the knee.
Game. Yep.
Fucking crushed him.
It's all right. He needs a couple days off. I just think that there's no good play here. Maybe if I was gonna take anything, I'd maybe take an under. But with these young guns, you never know, man. They might bust out for 8 or 9. So I'm staying away completely.
The Astros are the kings of the under as well. They're one of the most profitable teams for the under. Shout out to Noli, who we obviously know that. And now they're missing a couple guys in that lineup, so I don't hate an under as well. Cole Irvin pitched it well against them the other day. This was the winner of my minus 300 fade. Cole Irvin versus Framber Valdez. Thank you again. I think that's probably my luckiest one that I've won, because it was literally Martin Maldonado going to sleep for 1 run and then 2 pass balls to give me the second and third runs, and I win 3-2. But we win them all no matter what the resort says. So we got it. I believe it, and I love it. So no plays for either one of us here for Cole Irvin and Jose Urquidy. Let's move on to this next game. And people, we have a major league pitchers, I guess major league. We have professional pitchers on this show frequently. Dabby Cab, the guy just on, was drafted by the Brewers for pitching. He still throws 96, which is scary.
That is scary.
Yeah, he wants to throw with me too, and I was like, dog, if you throw that 96 at me, I ain't catching that shit. I'm going to the hospital. But you're a former pitcher as well.
Yes.
Shout out to New Mexico Military Institute.
Shout out them.
Paid for your schooling.
Yes.
How do you feel about Hunter Green as a pitcher?
Man, you know what? I love Hunter Green. I remember hearing about him when he was still in high school, throwing absolute gas.
The next LeBron James of baseball.
Yeah, imagine having class and going to have to face Hunter Green after throwing 100 miles an hour. It's no fun. But I really like him. He's young, and he's had a couple rough starts. I'll give him that. But if you look at the last couple starts, it was Brewers, Dodgers, Chicago, and Mets, which is 3 of the 4 there are division leaders. So I mean, I like him tonight. I like that. I like I like their money line. I think it's like plus 140. I like that. I think he can. I think he can put it down, man. For real, he can throw fucking hard. I mean, he throws fucking hard, man. Like,
Throws fucking hard, bruh.
Hard. I mean, I know big leaguers. They hit the.
Yeah,
they hit
of
it.
course.
They hit it, but I think he's got like.
No, it's different.
He's got potential ace stuff. He's just coming out of his show. I think tonight against the Cards, I think he does good.
Okay.
Especially he pitched good against I think it's the Rays his last start out.
Yep, Rays 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 9 Ks, 4 walks.
Yeah.
A good start there. You can't complain about
Can't
that.
complain about that. I mean,
The only fear here, if you're backing the Reds, is obviously their offense.
Yeah.
21st, 82 weighted runs created plus. Cardinals offense is 19th against righties, 90 weighted runs created plus. I think I'd be going in the under here, honestly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that play too. I don't know what the spread is here, but
I can look it up for. I got you. Plus,
right
you can get a plus 1.5 for the Reds at minus 150 if you fancy laying the juice. I know you love laying the juice. That's part of your action there.
I love the juicy lines, man. I love them. But I think I'm gonna stick with the money line, just because I don't know about. This game could very well be like a 1-0 game.
It'll be
0 game, 2-1.
Okay.
I
like it. I appreciate it. I know someone that we both mutually know doesn't watch this show, so I can say this. You're going to be in the bar here, mingling around a little bit during the show, huh?
No.
No, you're not going to be mingling around?
No.
All right, never mind. That person, I guess, watches the show a little bit. Shout out to that person. And shout out to you, Jeremy. I appreciate you for joining me. A very interesting show. I'll say this. A very interesting appearance from you.
I love watching it. I can't say I watch it every day because of my work schedule. I'm not going to lie. But, I love
Thank you for not lying.
I love watching it, and I love what he's doing here. He's dedicated to his craft, and getting a good following.
I'll say this. The most annoying thing that I get, or that when people tell me, like, oh, you do a show? Oh, I hate when, like, our friends are like, oh, yeah, I watch your show all the time. And I know they're fucking lying to me. I fucking hate it so much. Just tell me you don't watch. It's okay.
I mean, I tune in when I get the chance. I travel a lot for work. I'm gone a lot. I don't get to watch it every day, but I do appreciate your craft and the dedication you put into it. There's also one thing I want to plug while I'm here.
Oh,
there might be a Southtown 101 wedding here soon.
Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so wherever Jeffrey Blue is, Jeffrey Blue's fist pumping, Helga's fist pumping, be like, fuck yeah, we got it in.
Yeah. So Helga's out there watching. I know some of y'all may believe that she does not exist.
She very much exists.
She very much exists. We hung out last night with Top Golf.
I mean, you've known her for years now.
I've known her for years now. We all are, friends here.
By the way, I will say this.
We might have to stream the wedding live.
Ooh, okay. I'll say this, Jeremy. What's interesting? Giving some Rowdy Tellez vibes today. That's not the first Rowdy Tellez comment I've seen. So you're looking like Rowdy a little bit.
I guess maybe it's the facial hair, just thick dudes in general.
Yeah, I think you're
big
right.
Dudes,
I think you're right. Well, I appreciate you, Jeremy, for joining. Thank you. I can actually give you a round of applause, a high five. Thank you. Go enjoy the bar.
Yeah.
It's Fruits and Labors.
Yep.
And have fun.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, beautiful. As Jeremy awkwardly slaunders away, thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it as always. Now it's only me back here. Now it's back to only me as Jeremy awkwardly walks back there. This is lovely. This is going lovely. And as always, let's push this chair around. Say Hey 100. A very interesting, disjointed show so far, but it is interesting and disjointed all the time. So that is a feature of it. Let's play this golf video one more time for the people that might have missed.
152 yards should be just a nice, comfortable 9-iron for him. They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
That is a little taste of my golfing action. And I'll say this. I only sent that video to one person. I sent that video to one person because we talked about me golfing, and I care about this person's opinion. In golf, as a capper, in life, I care about what this person thinks. And I'm going to bring him on the stage right now. He's here every Friday. He's in Los Angeles. He's not going to the Home Run Derby because, he's a smart man with his money. He had to probably donate a kidney or two to get there. Shout out to Noli, who donated his kidney. Connor Mack joining us first off here. Connor, how's it going?
Jose, what's going down? I am not in Los Angeles. I'm in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas,
but,
right? Right. Yes.
Yeah. But
Connor,
I wanted to go to LA.
I don't want to dock you, Connor. I don't want people coming to your door asking and knocking saying, give us those picks, Connor. We need those picks.
Yeah. Hey, it's all right. They can come to my shitty residence on the outskirts of Vegas. So
shout out to your shitty residence in the outskirts of Vegas. I hopefully get to see it
I'll just
one
roll
day.
with it. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to Vegas in December, maybe, perhaps. So if I do, that'll be a lot of fun. Get to see all the.
I told you, I owe you. You picked me up from the airport. I'll pick you up, brother.
Beautiful. I cannot wait for that. Me and Helga might go, so Connor might even get to meet Helga in the process too. But
I met her.
Oh, you did. You did meet Helga.
I did.
I'll say this though, Connor. You know what's funny? I have Helga. Obviously, she's my right-hand man woman. You also have one, and you haven't been with this person for a while. I don't know if I told you this, but coming off the COVID IL today, it's Ian Cameron. Ian Cameron alive. He's back again.
He is.
Ebony and Ivory. Connor and Ian back again on the same screen. This is so exciting.
Ivory and Ivory. It is, Jose.
That's right.
Babano, what's going down, my guy?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's getting better. It slowly is getting a little bit better. There's still now. You had a chance to get used to the voice this morning, Jose. Now it's time to get used to it. All right, it is what it is. So it's the voice we're rocking with until we get back.
It broke Jose there again.
I know.
You just don't expect it, you know. You sound like SpongeBob when he has the suds. And I love it. I love it, Ian. I wish that was
baritone Bobano. What can I say? It's lower tone. Yeah, it's bombastic Bobano. Yeah,
I love Bobantone.
Yeah.
Bobantone was the best. And I think you should change your Twitter name to Bobantone for the time being. And you know what? Wallaby King is a good point here. I would pay Bobano to host my mixtape. I would love for Bobano right now to do like the drops, you know, like in the very beginning of rap songs. He goes, Maybach music. That's what Bobano should be doing right now.
That's right.
So, enough about raps. Enough about Bobano's lovely voice. Let's talk about these two MLB games that generating excitement for some. I will say this not generating much excitement for me, and I'm a Pirates guy. You guys all know that about me. Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Colorado Rockies starts us off here. Jose Quintana versus German Marquez. And I've got two incredible cappers here. So I'm going to lay out. I'll give out a little Jose Quintana stats here and a little German Marquez. But I'll say I've got no play on this one. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. We'll start with Quintana first here. And he's obviously, I think, the prime candidate to get moved in this trade deadline. So obviously he wants to pitch well to do that. But 4 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks at Milwaukee last time. Kind of meh. Better than expected, but still meh. And then the Yankees, he had a good start. 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 7 Ks, no walks. German Marquez is, like I'd say all the time, is an automatic fade for me usually. So I'd love to hear what you guys are on. We'll start with Bobantone over there. Ian, what do you want in this game? And while you do that, I'm going to refix my camera. So please let us know.
Yeah, we talked about this with Jimmy this morning. I like over the total. I think we're going to see a lot of runs here with the Pirates and the Rockies tonight. You look at Quintana, he's not someone I'm seeing as good a performance level from him in recent starts. You know, he's been shakier on the road a little bit. The home runs have started to creep in. And we know the Rockies all season, and in fact, still up tonight. They're second in Major League Baseball OPS against lefties. They've hit lefties very well all season long. I think there's a good chance we see more of that. And we know we can usually trust the Rockies lineup a little bit more at Coors Field. On the flip side, you want to trust German Marquez just because he had a couple of better starts on the road against Arizona's and San Diego's of the world. And San Diego's not necessarily hitting the ball lately either. Go for it. I'm not willing to trust him just yet. He's got to show he can do it at home. Because at Coors Field, we brought this up this morning, his ERA is over 7, and it's just one shellacking after another for German Marquez at home this year. I mean, you look at every start, he's been absolutely destroyed here at Coors Field. He has to show me he can step up, you know, and have a good start at home. He just hasn't done that at any point this year. Fuck, Washington at 7 runs, 10 hits against Marquez way back in May. here at Coors Field. It's been one horrible start after another for him here in Colorado. So he's going to have to prove to me he can get it done. What also I like for the over tonight in this game is both bullpens are a little vulnerable. Rockies pen through a lot of innings against the Padres. The Pirates bullpen through a lot of innings against the Marlins. Yesterday, that game went to extra innings, and the Pirates had to use a lot of their key relievers. And with no day off, they had the early game yesterday against Miami. Now you got to fly to Denver for this game. No day off. A little bit of a depleted bullpen possibly tonight for the Pirates. So I think we'll see this game get over the number. Last 2 Rocky games at home against San Diego, and that series flew over the number. I think we can get this one to do the same.
There you go. What about you, Connor? Thinking the same thing?
Let me know. I'm kind of hearing you guys cut out, so let me know.
Well, Connor, I asked if you can.
A great
real quick,
reunion
with your
Connor's
question,
got the
Jose.
What a shame.
So you said you're going to go suspended on the Red Sox?
I am suspended on the Red Sox.
Here I'll bounce. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, Connor will be back in a second. He cannot. His hearing, or I guess the audio, is not working on his end. But Ian, I was going to say I like the over in this game too.
Yep.
You know, I don't believe in Jose Quintana pitching on the road, especially. Well, I would say on the road in Coors specifically. It's not an advantageous position here, and I would like to pull up Baseball Reference real quick to see if this in fact is, or I would say how many times he started there and how many times he succeeded. Connor, can you hear us again?
I can.
Connor, what do you want in this game?
I can hear you. Let's get to it. Babano hit a lot of those things. Obviously, Colorado lefties. You talked about the bullpen being taxed there, that Miami series. They're not very good. They hit Quintana 289. He's been pretty good all year, and I've backed him in certain situations. And he hasn't really had a shitty blow-up start, but I think he's a fade, especially after the All-Star break, and you can do that here. Rocky sit at home. It took him the last few days. It saved me, Jose. I had that first 5 under. It was 1-0 Padres, and there was that blow-up inning. I pushed the 6 the other day, and the Rockies ended up winning plus 150. There was no way Snell yesterday they were going to win. Took the Rockies again. But now the Rockies are minus 140. You got to look at that. So you either look at a team total in this one. I agree with you, Babano. I think this goes over. Just going through everything at Coors. The weather, this umpire's 10-6 to the over. He loves the home team. There's a great record there. I love catching those, looking at these umpires as the year goes on and getting into them. I take the Rockies. I don't do run line too much. I definitely agree with your over. I'd be on them run line here, plus 135. Pirates not very good on the road. They've been good in spots, and they played the Marlins tough, but I just think that pen is just lax, tired, 18-29 on the road. They're not crazy bad, but, that Dodgers sweep, they've had a couple good series, but other than that, they've been the shits on the road. So this game was a lean for me. I'd only be on the Rockies, even though I hate to do that run line. I think they get it done. I think we get runs. Marquez has looked a little bit better. That last start, that game, I believe, ended up going under, because I was on the over in Arizona where he went 7 innings. But his starts at home, I wanted to go through these, have just been awful. And he used to be better at home, the last few years when he was even an all-star. But going back to his first start, Washington, he gave up 7, KC 3, Miami 6, San Diego 4, Dodgers 5. So he has been not good at Coors. So, yeah, I agree with the over, and I'd be on the Rockies. I think they get it done. Tires Rockies team, they're in the altitude. So I like those both.
Yeah, I like what Connor's saying about this game as well. And I'll throw this out there as well with since C-Max here, do a little way back playback for the viewers. We've done a lot of shows, Connor and I together, including MLB, including Jack of the Day. Remember those days? I'm going to throw out a Jack of the Day for this game. Chris Bryant, 2 for 6 and a home run against Quintana in the past. And Chris Bryant is hitting in the 2nd spot in the lineup tonight for the Rockies. So there's someone with a very good track record of success against Quintana. So maybe a Chris Bryant total bases home run prop look could be something to go with here.
Interesting. I like that look.
Yeah, real quick. Someone wrote.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just Pittsburgh's getting the sharp money. How do you not? I mean, they've gotten it done, and they probably score runs. You could look at their team total. The Rockies team total is too expensive. And Eric Jones said the Rockies lineup doesn't look that great. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, Bryant's in there. I think the lineup's not too bad for them. They're only missing a bat or two. I think it's not that bad, the lineup tonight. What do you guys think?
I think over is the only look for me. It was a 10.5 earlier today, and it was and now
Who's missing in this Rockies lineup? I mean, I see Connor, I see Charlie Blackmon, I see Connor Joe, I see Chris Bryant, Cron, CJ Crone, Brendan Rodgers, Jose Iglesias, Ryan McMahon, Grichuk. I don't see too many regulars missing for Colorado tonight. So Bryant home run prop. Oh, I just meant by Blackmon as well. Blackmon is 6 for 10 with a home run against Quintana and 600. So there's another total base home run player prop maybe to look at for Colorado tonight. Blackmon and Bryant.
Beautiful. 2 props there and an over lean for all of us there. Let's move on to the next game real quick. Connor, of course I had to pick this one because I thought you lived in Los Angeles about 20 minutes ago. Los Angeles Dodgers, Los Angeles Angels. Come on. I mean, this is your hometown, your game, Connor. Come on. Connor, I'll let you start.
From there, but don't live there anymore. I've been to Vegas. Oh.
Well, Connor, like I said, this is your hometown game. You know, I think it's I can't remember if it's you or Noli that always just shit talks the Angels. You know, I don't know what it is, but Dodgers fans they just look upon the Angels like little brother and just spit on them like nothing, like the gum on their shoe. And I've seen people. I think Jimmy the Bag are my father is on the Angels today. I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't really dug too deep into this game.
Wouldn't you make fun of them too if you're a Dodger fan, though, Jose? You got Mike Trout, you got Shohei Ohtani, spectacular talent, and you can't even make the playoffs.
It's great. It's great. And by the way, Connor's getting fed up with the Wi-Fi. I love it. Connor's gonna end up throwing his device by the end of the show, and it's gonna be great. Well, Ian, I was gonna start with Connor there, so he can get his soliloquy out, and then hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up, but. The Wi-Fi didn't hold up that long. So I'll ask you first here. Patrick Sandoval, Clayton Kershaw, battle of 2 lefties. Dodgers hit lefties. Angels don't hit anyone, really. Do you have anything on this one?
Yeah, this is just a tricky spot, I think, for the Dodgers. A little bit dubious because you're coming back after playing St. Louis. No day off. Kershaw's been good. You throw out the Rockies start in Coors Field, and he never pitches well there. Outside of that, he's been great since he's returned from the IL. But I like the way Sandoval's throwing it right now for the Angels. He's been very good. I think he can keep the Dodgers in check here a little bit. So the first 5 in the full game under in this Angels-Dodgers game was the first thing I was considering. I like Sandoval. I think Sandoval's bet on, but am I going to trust the Angels lineup right now to hit Kershaw, who had just that one bad start in Coors Field, again, where he never pitches well? Other than that, he's been great since returning from the IL. I'm not going to trust the Angels lineup. So I think it could be a sneaky, maybe if you want to be safe. Jimmy suggested it. I think he's right. Maybe you could look Angels plus a half in the first 5. I don't hate that because I think Sandoval's bet on pitcher right now. I just don't know if the Angels bats are going to back him enough. That's the problem. But I think the first 5 in the full game under definitely in this game worth a look tonight.
Connor, if you can hear us, what's your opinion on this game?
I can hear you. I don't know what the hell is going on. I had a little problem last night, but I thought it was fixed. My good old Cox coming through.
Communication.
Vegas. Cox. Yeah, killing it here. Dodgers, Angels, we know how bad, they are. Angels have been so awful lately. I mean, this team can't hit 190 this month. They hit Kershaw, they're hitting 111 off him. They have 7 hits and 62 at bats. This team's been awful, 233 against lefties. Well, nothing to do with it. Sandoval's been pretty good, like you mentioned. His changeup is this out pitch, even with guys on base. And he's actually struck out a lot more guys a little bit lately. I'm surprised by it. So, this seems like a tired spot for the Dodgers after the Cardinals winning that game, coming to, even though I think they'll be up for it in this rivalry, it kind of seems like a sleepy spot, with the Dodgers and lefties. The Dodgers, not awful, but not great. 247, 325 OPS, 407 slugging. Still, they don't hit lefties great. They do have some decent numbers off Sandoval. And that's when I get to Freddie Freeman, 4 for 5, 4 for 5, 3 for 3, and 2 for 3. The guy's raking. You look at his homer prop, it's plus 475, but his over 1.5 bases, plus 130. I love it here. Too much of a price for him as well. And I think Justin Turner's starting to swing the bat a little bit better. 3 for 7 off him. He's plus 575. You're looking for a little juice on a homer. This is, to me, is Angels won the other night, 3-2 game. This is tough. I'd only be on the under. I think Kershaw, this Angels team, I just don't trust them. I want to back them after the All-Star break when I think they get a little run, but they're just awful. I do not want to back them here. I'd also be on the Dodgers first 5 half a run, or even full game. You definitely got the run line, have to do that there, and I'm on it. But I lean the under. I have not gotten there. one inning, and the Dodgers usually have one inning and close it down. So this one is just on the borderline of taking this under 7.5.
I would like to say this,
but I'm on Freeman.
I like that.
Over 1.5.
Plus 130, you said, Connor?
Yeah, he's never faced Sandoval too. Yeah, plus 130 over 1.5 bases.
I like that look. It's a good price. I'm going to say this now. There's 4 minutes left going up to this next game. I finished a YouTube poll, over 100 votes. 56% of people saying, yes, I can bet on the Red Sox. Totals, not their games, because I'm still suspended. Still suspended.
Okay, that's still, you're sliding in here. When you're suspended, you're suspended.
I am flying in.
You're cut off.
I am flying in here. I'm taking the over 8 in that game.
Yeah, you're not suspended from one part of the building when you're suspended. You're suspended from going to the whole thing. Yeah, that's right. That's the way it should be.
Well, Ian, I'm a weasel. I'm weaseling my way into that over. I got it at minus 120 over 8. I'm going to play it. Everyone and their mom seemed to be on it in our chats, and everyone I've talked to seems to like it. And it's a low number. It's just a weird number for a reason. So we'll find out, and I'm excited to watch it. But that game's about to kick off, or pitch off here, I guess, as you say it in the Europe. All right, so that was a little interesting little 2-pack for us here, Connor and Ian. Connor, I'll let you start off because Cock Communications could drop on you at any moment here, Connor. Do you have anything to plug or anything any plays, anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
Yeah, let me get through what I was on tonight. Last night I bet the Braves first 5. I got even money. Now it's minus 110. I think that's as far as you go. First 5 minus a half. I took Arizona and San Diego under 7.5. Darvish is at home. I don't believe in both these offenses, especially the Padres. And I think if you look at that game, I think there's a little value with the D-backs, almost plus 170, 165, first 5. Lastly, I listened to Seamus early on, and he spotted on with this game, Detroit-Cleveland. It's already moved up a full run, but everything says the under in that game with those shitty offenses. I leaned to that game really strong. Red Sox, I'm taking their team total. I like that over in the game you mentioned. 3.5, I got even money. I'm over their team total. They hit Montgomery. They're at 270 off Montgomery. Come on. Bogarts, here's another guy. 15 for 31 off Montgomery. He's plus 120, 125 for over 1.5 bases. Lock it in with Bogarts there. Last, I had a lean. The last play was the White Sox. With the lefty, they're plus 125. It's just a lean. I think there's a little value there with them. But the White Sox have shit on me all year. I'm trying to stay away from them. But maybe this is the spot they can win another game. They won 12-2 yesterday. So I lean them plus 125.
Beautiful. Connor, where can the people find you at before you get out of here?
Right here, Pub Sports Radio. Check out my guy, Razor. I've got the shirt on. Cash it tonight. Maybe jump on betting the ponies Friday night. I've already slammed a couple beers. And I'll be on Sharpie on Sundays as normal on his Balking Dead show.
Beautiful.
It's a great name, by the way, Balking Dead. That's great.
That is
definitely.
Thank you, Connor, as always.
Thanks for having me on with all the shitty internet.
Hey, no problem. I got you.
See you, Matt. Good luck.
Thank you, Connor. He'll be back on next Friday, of course. Bobano, I know you've got a bunch of plays.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you a stupid question. Did COVID stop you from gambling, Ian? Did it?
No.
Of course not.
You can never do that.
Not. So high volume Ian Cameron's here, and he's going to give us that high volume. So, Ian, I'd love to know who you're on today.
Let's go rapid fire. Atlanta, Washington over 9.5. Cincinnati first 5 full game split. Pittsburgh, Colorado over 11. Milwaukee minus 124. Just the full game there. Boston Yankees over 8. Detroit, no, we passed on that. Baltimore first 5 full game split money line. Seattle first 5 minus a half minus 110, and Seattle full game money line minus 148. And White Sox Twins over 9. White Sox Twins. There we go. Beautiful
there. By the way, a little breaking news. The Major League Baseball agrees to a $158 million class action lawsuit to the minor league baseball players. So that'll be very interesting to see if it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they get actually paid, of course. So there's a little breaking news for you guys that care about that kind of stuff. Bobano, when's the next time people are going to see you? You know, you're covering, obviously. You're moving and shaking. Hopefully you have us on, or I have you on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be back on Say Plays Tuesday. That'll be the next time. Yep, Tuesday with you, and then Friday with Jimmy next week, betting with the bag once again.
Well, I'm just
hopefully with a stronger voice. Baritone Bobano will be no more by next week, hopefully.
I kind of, I will admit I do miss and I do want Baritone Bill Banner to stay with us. I just reminded myself that this is the All-Star break coming up. So you'll be back with us at some point very soon. I'll say that. Coming off the All-Star break and all that stuff. But I appreciate you, Bobano. Thank you so much for joining
Happy
me.
100. Yeah, at least you're unlike some of those sitcoms. You didn't get canceled before your 100th episode. So that's got to mean something good.
That's exactly what it means. It means something good. Thank you, Ian, for joining me. As always, I appreciate it. Mr. Ian Cameron, one of the people that I have to, or I don't have to, I model my capping after. So thank you, Ian Cameron. All right. Well, of course, we're at the end of the show, and there's only 2 games left, and there are the games pitching off, as I've been calling it, I guess. First pitches happening across the league right now. And there's 2 games left on the West Coast, the best coast, as they say, the fresh coast, as Dutch would say. And, of course, there's only one person that I would want to end this card with. He definitely changed clothes because I do not remember him wearing this outfit he's got on today. He's always color coordinating, as always. And I appreciate his outfit choice because, of course, we're talking about the Padres and Diamondbacks to start this off. So we'll bring on our next guest. And I'll say this. Why is the graphics coming up over here? I'll say this. I can't wait to talk to him. My father, the guy that, he might have had some doubts when I said I was going to do this every day for the baseball season. But we did it anyways, and we're going to keep doing it until that streak ends. It's Jimmy the Bag. Jimmy, how are you?
Very proud of you, Jose. 100 straight days. That takes a lot. And it's very, very impressive. Very impressive. So congratulations on 100 straight shows. And let me start by announcing this just in. There has been a 4th team added to Sports Insight's full line value. A 4th team.
Beautiful. I love it. Who are the first 3, by the way?
The first 3 was designated as full line value. The Washington Nationals, who the Nationals have right now 21% of the tickets and 43% of the cash. Then the Cincinnati Reds, who I'm on first 5, 26% of the tickets, 29% of the cash. The Boston Red Sox, who I'm also on first 5, 37% of the tickets, 36% of the cash. And now a 4th team. I don't remember seeing 4 teams all year with full line value. The Los Angeles Angels.
The Los Angeles Angels, eh?
Yeah.
And I heard that one Jimmy the Bag is on that earlier today, huh?
No, I've not pulled the trigger. There's 2 spots. One we're going to talk about, the final game that I still haven't pulled the trigger. That we'll talk about. No, it takes a lot to
get you to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'd like to. And now that listen to this stat here. 8% of the tickets. We're talking about 21,184 tickets. 8% of the tickets are on the Angels, and 50% of the cash.
Man, oh man, that says a lot right there. That tells me to bet on the Angels. I'll admit it.
It does as well, and I wouldn't. I don't think I could do it full game. I think I would have to be a first 5 situation if I was to do it.
Is that just you being safe?
No, I think it's why would we be betting the Angels here? We're betting it because of Patrick Sandoval. So, if that's the main reason we're making the bet, then why won't we focus on the 5 innings that he's going to be on the hill?
Hey, I don't hate that idea at all. Might even add it on. Who knows? Might even add it on. The record has been sterling and has allowed us to have some wiggle room and take some risks that we wouldn't normally take. So why not fade Clayton Kershaw, the best lefty of our generation? Why not?
See, that just you saying that makes me uncomfortable. Shout out to all the great campers in the chat. You've done a great job, Jose, this year. It's been really fun watching you succeed. You've not spent one day in the red. This must feel pretty good, my man.
That is my claim to fame right now. And we're back up to 20 units as well, which is the best part about this as well. We were in 20 unit land for a long time. We fell out of it. We went down to single digits at one point, and we clawed all the way back up to 21.81 units. And shout out to my fucking Royals, man. Shout out to those fucking dirty, dirty dogs, those Royals. All right, Jimmy. So let's talk about these last two games.
Let's do it.
Which, or the reason why I brought you on here. I know you're a whisperer of the West Coast. I mean, you wore that out for a reason. I mean, you're obviously backing the Padres here. Why wouldn't you? You got Yu Darvish, who's pitching great. Cab's first 5 monster. Madison Bumgarner, who's old and washed up. Jimmy, you're on the Pirates or the Padres, right? Right?
I cannot do it. I cannot back Yu Darvish here. And I don't really feel like I have to. I've got a lot of friends on the Padres, so I can just cheer on them. Dabra Cadabra is on.
You like that name, huh? You like that one. You've that's been your go-to for the last couple of days, huh? Did you come out? Did you come out with that one yourself, Jimmy?
All by my lonesome, Jose.
Jimmy, have you had some drinks tonight? Have you had some beverages tonight?
Wallowing in my filth. I had to have a beverage. I was too hungover today. So at about 5 o'clock, I was like, am I just going to be this fucking half man all night? No. Open up the liquor cabinet and be the man that you want to be.
Okay,
So
yeah. Well, Jimmy, I'm glad that you say that. You probably had to take a shot or two coming on the show again after what happened last time. The last time we came, we were both on. We both had very, very, very disastrous nights. And maybe that's why I've only brought you on for two games at the end here.
I wasn't sure if I was ever going to come back on your show. Didn't know if I'd ever get the invite again.
Of course, you always have the open invite. But right now you're like a. Let me think here. I'm trying to think of the analogy without offending you. You're like a.
Like a tall Tom Cruise.
No, I'd say you're like Ryan Dempster. Ryan Dempster, when he's on the Cubs there at the end of his year, you can throw him in the starting rotation whenever you need him. You can throw him in there, give you a good work, but you throw him in the 8th and 9th with Ryan Dempster's obvious electric velocity that he always had for his entire career, and he never threw soft because Jimmy is not a soft tosser. He throws 100 all the time. Got to end with Jimmy. I didn't have anything on this game, Jimmy. I'll tell you that now. This is a pass for me. I would be on Yu Darvish first 5 if I had to back anything, but that is just because he's been a monster for Dabby. The Padres against righties, the Diamondbacks against righties, I should say, this month are 11th, 110 weighted runs created plus, so pretty impressive number there for the Diamondbacks, while the Padres are at 89 weighted runs created plus, 20th this month. So I don't trust them. I don't trust them, and I will not trust them until Tatis comes back. And even then, I don't think one man is going to fix their offensive woes. So no action for me and no action for you, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think it's well put, your breakdown here. The Padres just aren't hitting lefties. Alex Wood shut this team out. It wasn't a complete game, so I guess shutouts, but over 7 innings, 3 hits, 8 Ks, 1 walk in San Diego just 5 days ago. It just the whole thing makes me uncomfortable. But the thought would be, if we think that Bumgarner is more than capable of having a good start, why has it not gone to the under? Wow, look at that. Eric Jones, 3-0 for Atlanta. Ryan Scahill was not a great start at Saratoga. I did get a bunch of cash back late in the day, but no, it was not a good start at Saratoga. But I'm looking forward to hammering it again this weekend. But yeah, why would we not be on the under? Marlins are on the board.
You know what's more important, Jimmy?
What's that?
2-0 Red Sox on their fucking ass. Fuck them, Jimmy. Fuck them. Hey, and by the way, Jimmy, I got my pass. I'm on the over 8 on that game. So let's fucking go.
I was watching. I'm happy that you did. I'm happy that you locked that in. Back to this spot here. 39% of tickets on the under, 59% of cash. If the idea is that Bumgarner is going to shut down these Padre bats, then we can assume, can't we, that Darvish will do something similar? I mean, isn't this a spot where?
Yes, this has like both of these pitchers pitch well. I think it was Cutter Crawford and whoever for the last game of the Rays series. It was the same line. It was a 7 for Winkowski. And it's obviously 2 different teams, but I think I'm feeling that as well. I think Yu does pitch well.
I think. See, my biggest problem in my record so far this year is these totals at -125. They've destroyed my ROI. But I think this is going to be an addition. I mean, if the market is telling us that Bumgarner is going to have a good start, then how does this not go under first 5 because we can trust Darvish, right?
3.5?
4.
Okay. Yeah, 4. I was going to say 3.5 would make it dicier for me. 4 is serviceable. We can work with 4. And Yu Darvish is one of the poster boys for home road splits as well. And you're on the good side of the home road split here. Home, 53 and a third innings pitched, a 1.69. Very nice ERA there. On the road, he's got a 5.25 ERA and 48 innings pitched. So I'd much rather have Yu Darvish at home as well. And though the Diamondbacks' backs have gotten hot recently, I am not going to trust them to keep staying hot, especially against a really good pitcher with Yu Darvish.
I think I will be adding this. I do. I think I will be adding this. And I think that I may be adding the Angels' first 5 as well. And I could not pull the trigger on this last game. And things have changed in the marketplace within it. So I'm looking forward to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to talk. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about Brewers Giants here. I think I can fully admit that I don't know what it is, but there are obviously certain teams that I tend to bet on more. It's not conscious decisions. It seems to be the AL East, and it's probably because I watch those teams more often than anyone else. On the other side of that, I can clearly state that I do not watch much Giants baseball. It's on the West Coast, so I do not watch it as much. I don't particularly like the Giants in any form or fashion. There's no one on the team I want to watch. Alex Wood is not a pitcher I would like to back traditionally. And Brandon Woodruff has bottom-mouthed me the last 2 starts. His first start back, I think it was, against the Pirates. And then I was like, he's gonna struggle in his first start back. Dominates him. And then in his next start, after I said, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to fuck with Brandon Woodruff right now, especially after in the minor leagues, he threw like 3 innings and still got 27 strikeouts somehow. He's been on fire, and I don't want to back him either, because the offense for the Brewers is just putrid, just horrible. I don't want anything to do with it. Yelich is in. I saw we had that confirmation, and Rowdy Tellez is out. And obviously, Rowdy Tellez is out because I just had him in the studio 20 minutes ago. So you can understand all of those things. West Coast baseball, I also have kind of a thing against betting the last game on the card. So I would lean towards the underdog Giants here at home, but ultimately this had to be a pass as well.
Yeah, and the public has come in and moved on the Brewers over the last 2 hours. And that doesn't give me more confidence in the Brewers. But now we're talking a ton of late money coming in on the Brewers. So earlier today, there was 39% of the tickets on the Giants and 58% of the cash. And it scared me. It really did make me uncomfortable because I had planned to move on the Brewers, and Babano moved on the Brewers. I think I could get past the road record for Woodruff. 5.63 ERA, 277 opponents batting average. It was a lot of that hurt happened early in the year. The problem is now that the public has come in on the Brewers, I think it makes me want them a little less.
And it doesn't seem like you want the Brewers at all, really.
Yeah, I can't do it. I know the sharp early money was on the Giants. We talked about it. And now I would have to pay juice. I came so close to betting the Brewers on the -1 line at +104. I came so close. It was -130 or +104. I literally had it set up, and I was like, I just can't do it because it doesn't correlate. I think it's great having the morning show. I would much rather focus on where the cash is from the sharps that get in early rather than where the cash is when the public gets in now. If these were the numbers this morning, if the numbers were 53% of the tickets on the Brewers and 68% of the cash, which is now, I would have already moved on them. But I know this is public money on a Friday night, people getting done work and betting Woodruff because of a vividness bias. It wouldn't surprise me if Woodruff is lights out and shuts this team down. But now that we've talked it out, I will not be moving on them off my card. I'm going to erase these asterisks, and I will cheer on Babano. Sweet, sweet Babano. His low voice. God, he's just – the women are going to be dripping.
I'm dripping. Truthfully, if we're gonna, Jimmy, I started off with Dutch, and then Bantone. Oh my God, come on! And then the Alex or say Rafael Devers hit a 2-run home run. I mean, come on!
You are sopping wet right now, I guess.
Yeah, that's why you can only see my lower half right now because the other fucking side is just moist. But I'll tell you this. Some early action here. Blue Jays, Royals, bottom first. No scores yet. My baby boy, Zach Greinke, on the bump here. He's not actually a baby boy, but you get it. Bases loaded for the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox are still threatening with 1 out, and the Guardians are threatening with 1 out as well. 3-0 Nationals, or 3-0 Braves in the Nationals game, and 1-0 Marlins. That will probably be enough for Sandy Alcantara too. 1-0. And the fucking Orioles just popped out to end the inning. But all right, that's fine. Jimmy, would you like to, stick around for a little review? I don't know.
Yes, I would like to. And I'm very worried for everybody on the Orioles. Extremely concerned about the Orioles cash this evening. And then I am a little upset that I didn't back Zach Plesac at home.
He's good.
I think I should have done it. And let's just see what's happened there with the cash flow. And then nothing I can do except get in live. And I'm not going to get in live with runners on and no out. But 18,132 tickets in. 25% of the tickets, 62% of the cash on the Tigers. I mean, God, to think that sharp money. Cleveland's now on the board 1-0. I'm pretty comfortable with my card, and I'm looking forward to hear what you finalized on your card. So take it away.
Yes, I was about to say, even if you said no, I would have kept you around anyway. So, yeah, exactly. It's an interesting card. I've got, let's see here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays on there. And technically, I might get resuspended if this Red Sox game goes away. Well, it doesn't, not the way it's going, but if it does lose, I might get resuspended again for another 15 days. But officially, we are on the Kansas City Royals money line plus 280. And by the way, Jimmy, of course, you can make any of these official or any and all of these official for the Say Hey record on Betting with the Bag. Because, again, I know that I'll never see that record again. Kansas City Royals money line plus 280. Kansas City first 5 money line plus 240.
Those are official. They're the only ones.
Well, for Say Hey? Oh, yeah. That's again, Jimmy, you don't have to watch the game. Just watch the money roll in, baby. Just all you got to do. Baltimore Orioles team total over 3.5. I did not take the money line with them, so hopefully I will be amongst the ones that don't get screwed by that. So 4 runs, hopefully. Luis Patino. I remember when he first came up, and you kept mentioning that he was Colombian, and I have a rivalry with Colombia in my head. I've got a rivalry with the Dominican Republic in my head. So I'm not a Luis Patino fan. I do not like him very much. Minnesota first 5 -0.5 at plus 100 for me, taking the Twins there, believing in Smeltzer. Red Sox Yankees over 8 -120. Obviously that's gone well so far. And I'm taking Detroit Cleveland under 8, or I already took Detroit Cleveland under 8.5 -115. The early scores from the Guardians are not ideal, but we'll see how that goes. Jimmy, obviously some games are going for you, but do you have anything official you'd like to shout out real quick?
Yeah, I'll go over my card. I'm confident in my card today. I feel like yesterday was a big turnaround for me, and I'm going to carry it through into the All-Star break. I moved on the Marlins first 5 -0.5 before the show started. I added Red Sox first 5 at plus 140. God, it feels good to say that out loud. I'm very nervous about my Seattle, Texas unders. Taylor Hearn is the primary, and I doubled up on it. I was so confident, and then the confidence just sort of melted away as the day went on. And I get it with Seattle's bats right now, but we're still sitting in a situation where 45% of tickets are on the under and 89% of cash is on the under. I like those numbers, and I like the market moving towards the under. I'm on the Reds first 5 at plus 120. I did move on Pittsburgh, Colorado over 11 nervously at minus 115. That's my action, 6 bets, but I think I'm going to add the first 5 under in the Darvish Bumgarner spot. It is pretty nice offensive weather in San Diego, which we rarely see. But I am going to add that, and then I don't know if I can bet the Angels first 5. I want to say that I will, but will I pull the trigger against Kershaw. It's just and trust this Angels team hard.
Jimmy, I'll give you the King's speech right now. So I
Sure.
want you to strap in here. This might be Peter Loshak inspired.
All right.
I think one of the main things. Well, I should say this to begin this. My mantra and I don't know what if I want to. I just keep saying mantra. My mantra for this season going into it to myself was to trust my gut and bet what I want to bet. And obviously that has actually turned out to be pretty successful for me.
Sure has.
With the minus 300 fades, there are often times where I don't want to take the fucking Royals first 5 full game. I don't want to do it all the time. But you have to trust your gut. And though you say your gut is not a winning capper
in baseball,
I believe in it, Jimmy. I believe in it. I like that Angel spot. And you know what? Friends help friends bet underdogs. I'll make the Angels first 5 official for me. First 5 money line official for me. I'll put my U.S. currency. Some would call it loons as well. I'll call it my U.S. currency. I'll put it on plus 150 first 5 money line against the dreaded Dodgers. Who
interesting because
the
market's moved a little further towards the Dodgers. So I'm being offered that first 5 at Bet 365, which is what my local uses at plus 165. And there's been a 5-cent move. The first 5 plus a half was minus 115, which I deem too expensive. It's come back 5 cents to minus 110. First 5 plus a half at minus 110.
I think it's not going to be Sandoval that's going to be ruining the bet for us. I feel like it's going to be low scoring, Angels being super annoying at the plate. I actually would like to pull up their lineup real quick because I would like to double check and see. Obviously are the 2 bats that we care about in the lineup today. Because Trout or I should say just Trout was dealing with like a back no Trout, but we do have Ohtani in there, Taylor Ward, Luis Rengifo, Joe Adell. Yeah, just give me 2 runs. Give me 2 runs, and we can make that work. I wouldn't be surprised at all though if this turned out to be a 0-0, and that's why I am going money line and at least have the push. If you go plus 5 or first 5 plus a half. I know you have a very much steadfast rule that says don't take a dog and turn it into a favorite. Mm-hmm. It's even money, so
wow. But that's wild. So you're getting a worse line than me first 5, but you're getting a better line than me first 5 plus a half. If I was given the opportunity to have first 5 plus a half with no vig, I would bet it, and I think I still might with minus 110, but it will make me think a little harder.
Interesting. See that those are the intricacies. Sports handicapping that we get into here on Say Hey Plays. Maybe not as in-depth or as long as betting with the bag, but we get in-depth. This is a record, actually, the longest Say Hey Plays ever. So congratulations, Jimmy.
Number 100. Congratulations, Jose. You have richly earned the following, and then the show continues to grow, and I expect it to continue to do so. Congratulations and excellent work.
Thank you. Let's play this again, just for shits and giggles. Of course, we have to follow that up with what the show's really.
Oh boy! Do we call it black? I knew it. I told you.
Oh! I'm half deaf after that clip, but it's lovely. Remember, July 28th, Foxy Boxing is back. I'm counting down the days. It's gonna be fun. Jimmy, you actually know. Here's an insider source about the Foxy Boxing. I've been messaging one of the former participants of the Foxy Boxing, and I was trying to become friendly with her, hopefully get my source on the inside, but that hooker, that heathen left the strip club. So now my source is out, and now I'm gonna have to be back on the prowl looking for a new source, and meeting new people is a struggle for me, so that will be very interesting. Jimmy, before we go, do you have anything you would like to plug?
No, I don't. Enjoy the All-Star break, everybody. Jose's got a big home run derby show on Monday evening. We are going to start Cash It Fridays next Friday much earlier to celebrate the opening of Del Mar, where the surf meets the turf. Del Mar Racetrack next Friday. So we're going to start probably around whenever, I believe, probably 4 p.m. Eastern is when I guess Del Mar will start. But I'm gonna take a few days off, spend some time with the family, And I hope everybody has a wonderful All-Star break. And then when we get back, we get that cash and start preparing for college football and NFL.
Yeah, we're not going to see you for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother doing a show on Thursday even. 7 games, 3 doubleheaders.
Well, I'll be there.
I know.
I'll be there. Thanks, everyone, for watching, as always. A very interesting Say Hey plays, as always. Say Hey 100 officially in the books. I'd argue that Say Hey tomorrow is just as important because it's Say Hey 101 in Southtown 101. I mean, you can't always hate on that. And by the way, I asked Big Show / Sharpie today. It is also his 100th show tomorrow. So he's one behind me, I guess. I don't know exactly how that worked out, but Big Show has kept track, and he's on the Walking Dead 99 and now Walking Dead 100 tomorrow. So go give Sharpie some love as always. Jimmy, I hope you enjoy your vacation. I'm not going to see your lovely face until Friday, perhaps. And we might not even have a betting with the bag then. It might just be Cash of Fridays. Who knows?
Oh, no. We'll definitely have a betting with the bag. Definitely. 100%. There's huge card, full card. Get back at it. Get that cash. And we have CFL popping off. It's going to be and we have Babano back in action. So definitely a show on Friday.
Bo Bantone back with us. Taylor Cornelius, man. What a fucking guy that guy is.
He was so good under pressure last night.
Well, he wasn't fucking good when he fucking choked that Bedlam game away, that tall piece of shit. But thanks everyone for watching as always. It's been great. It's been lovely. I've said thanks like 60 times. I appreciate you guys. I did my soliloquy yesterday about how I appreciate everyone watching. If you want to cry your eyes out a little bit, go watch Say Hey 99. It was lovely, I'm glad that I avoided the tears. I don't have a producer in the background trying to make me cry at all times like you do, Jimmy. So, there's a good things about that. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll be back again here tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern. No, that's not true, actually. Tomorrow is Saturday, so it's 11:30 Eastern in the morning, 10:30 Central. And I truthfully don't have a guest for tomorrow because I was trying to bust my load on this show right here. And I did successfully after, Dutch, the moistness, it's just been fantastic. It's been fantastic. Say Hey 101 back again tomorrow. And until then, everyone, we'll see you guys.